You're supposed to add your initiative bonus?
Do you?
Yes.
13. I lied.
I don't know.
It's minus.
Yes, I rolled a 21 on it.
Why not? That's when I figured it out. It's precise number.
You fucking bitch.
Wow.
Alright, here we go.
That's
So,
what she said.
the
You're not wrong.
the stream is live. Yay. Okay, so let's start with Slaker. Slaker, Old Iron Face is on the map, right next to the door, facing away from you.
Okay.
You are up by these barrels at the top corner. You're the
Uh-huh.
S, the blue S.
How's Iron Face looking?
I mean, like, he's got some, like, scuffs and stuff, but he's still, like, you can practically see steam coming out of his ears. Like, Old Iron Face does not appear to be a very happy person.
Can we see the room one more time?
Yeah. So, you're here, he's here, and it looks like he's looking more this way, and Faye's over in that corner.
Faye's the only conscious one in the room?
In the room, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Old Iron Face is conscious. But that's sarcasm. And then Zion's not in the room. He just ran out of the room.
Loser.
Already a great axe in case he charges me, but other than that, I'm gonna stay dead.
Okay. Roll stealth. Yeah.
Cool. Also, okay.
What'd you get? Is it better than 5?
It's a 7, so not by much.
Okay, but it's still better than 5.
Yes.
I'm like, ooh, that was not a good roll. So, you ready your axe in case he charges, but Old Iron Face does not seem to be interested because distractions in the hallway. And then, Faye, what are you doing?
I want to get down on all fours
Okay.
and start trying to quietly, like, sneak away from the barrels. But, like, ready to drop at any moment.
Like, this way? Like, you're at the
Towards,
barrels over here.
Towards
Sunburn
Twiggy and, what's
Spiart.
Yeah, Spiart.
Okay.
So towards
you're just kind of
behind the other barrels. So
going
I'm
that
kinda,
way?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
crawling.
Roll stealth.
Alright. Roll steel.
Toes, what are you up to while she's rolling?
I'm gonna split up. I'm gonna show me the hallway where I'm at when you get the opportunity.
15.
15? Yeah, you are here.
Yeah.
It's practically just standing right on the other side of the door. And then this was the workshop area.
Is it currently concerned with me?
Yes, it's looking at the 3 of you.
Is there any way I can split up Ingrid's bathroom, one in here, and then the real me? Actually, the real me. No, that sounds like a good way to die. Put me there anyway. Put me in the
Go
bathroom.
to the bathroom.
The 2 separate rooms.
Just
Yeah.
okay.
We'll run away.
Run away. And then you remember how it like kind of works with regards to
phasing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're
Can
like constantly
I
shifting.
dismiss my clause preemptively?
You can.
Can I do that at a moment's notice?
No. You would have to ready an action to do that.
So like
That's it.
this turn?
So
Wait,
because
since I
you-
haven't used an action, would I be able to say?
it would be your reaction.
Okay.
But it has to trigger off of what you're waiting for,
Right.
if that makes sense.
So it's be like if I get smashed.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
You know, I
this is
just
something
feel-
where as a DM I can like monkey pot where it's
Yeah.
like, well you didn't get smashed, you
Yeah,
got
you
hit.
got hit.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that. I guess.
Yeah, well, I've already put myself in the most vulnerable position, the real me, so. Potentially. We'll see.
Potentially. There is a table between the two of you. That said, roll the hit. What's the, it just has to be the 10 to hit your doobies?
I'm already in that position. Let me look it up. I think, how many clumps do I have? 2?
You have 2.
Okay.
Well, you have,
Did you ever
you
do
invoked a
one for,
duplicate through your
Isaac?
channel divinity.
Are we going to count that
And
as
then you
like
have-
a mirror
I forgot.
image?
I couldn't
No.
remember if you did or not.
It'll be separate of your mirror image.
So I would only have 1 mirror image clone as far as like the stat roll.
Yes.
Okay. Then I think it is a 10. Yeah.
It is
I
a
think,
10?
I think I have to roll above a 10. I think that's not good. Yeah, the roll.
Do you have the spell pulled up?
Yeah, I'll do it right now.
Okay. In terms of who it hits, I have that roll. We just need to allot numbers. So, for you, your
It's one-
duplicate?
Yeah, you
and your
must
mirror.
roll an 11 or higher. That's what I have to do. So
Okay.
it's one duplicate, so.
Okay.
Over 50%? Yeah, I got 16. So.
16? Okay. So, if it hits if it hits your mirror image instead of your duplicate, then mirror image works as intended, and then you're scot-free.
I'm gonna go back to that
Right.
campaign.
That said,
No, this is not nice.
because there are 3
I
of
wanna
you,
go back
because
to
one
that
of them is a
campaign.
duplicate and one of them is mirror image,
Yeah.
So bad.
pick a number between 1 and 3 for you.
Okay. I'll give you 3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay. Pick a number for your duplicate. 1. Alright, and that leaves 2. So the middle numbers are your mirror image, and that's who it hits. So, Old Iron Face is in the middle of the hallway and charges at your ghosty boy, and ghosty boy floats about and is gone. And now there are 2.
Okay.
Alright, and that's its turn. Slaker and Faye, you can see/hear it charge into the hallway. There's a very faint, oh no, don't hit me.
Did it sound that
from a
fake
toes.
from what we heard it to?
Yeah.
Okay. We're just getting
in full Toes voice.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh no, don't hit me.
Can I just start scampering a little bit faster?
To Twiggy and Sweetheart?
Yeah, buddy.
Alright, when you say scamper faster, do you mean not prone, or do you mean not stealth, or do you mean both?
Both.
Okay. So, you can make it to them if you sprint,
Okay.
or you can make it halfway and do something else if you didn't want to.
Yeah, I'll sprint.
Okay, you sprint over. Faye, what are you up to? Or, not Faye,
I was like-
Slaker.
The thing's out of the room.
Yes,
I'm gonna try and open that door.
which one?
The second bathroom.
Ah, it is open.
Ooh.
Oh. I don't suppose I can make it all the way over to Twiggy and all the way over to the door in one turn.
No, but you can join Faye by Twiggy, and then there's strength in numbers.
That'd be true. Ooh, potential.
Okay, I'm gonna go. So Faye's over by Twiggy and Spiart.
Yeah.
Faye, are you strong? Who's bigger, Spiart or Twiggy?
Probably Twiggy. She's pretty
Who weighs more?
Hey,
I
I can pull that information up for Twiggy. Do you have your weight?
Yeah,
What is that?
276.
God, you're fat.
I'm only 6'1".
Twiggy is
You were built boyo.
well, he's big old scaly boil.
Exactly. Twiggy's pretty
Are you
tall.
a dragon
I think.
boy?
Yeah.
But Twiggy's kind of willowy though.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you got? How much was it?
276.
276. That's pretty close.
So
And
you're
you're
about-
6. How tall?
6'1".
6'1"? Okay. Twiggy is exceptionally taller, but much thinner, is what I'll say.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up Spiart. And he's picking up an
Here in the
action.
bathroom.
Jordan
What?
is
Yes.
picking up an action.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do that this turn, but you can talk about who's
Oh, so I
carrying who.
dashed over there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna play dead next to them. And I'm gonna tell Faye, next chance we get, pick up Twiggy, I'll get Spiart, and make a run for the door. And I'm gonna point to the second bathroom.
I'm just gonna give a thumbs up.
She points at the door you guys walked in through.
I point, and then I collapse to the floor, playing dead.
Okay. Roll stealth disadvantage. for playing dead.
7.
7? Okay.
Yeah.
Following that, Zion, since you haven't had a turn, you ran into the bathroom. What are you doing?
Going to the bathroom.
Hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Or figure of speech wise, are you using the bathroom?
Yes. I am using the bathroom.
Okay.
In an intense situation,
I've always liked the scene in Okay. Speaking of classic music, there you go. This is the fight for against Ragnarok.
It doesn't blend very well. I have to thin
Now
out
you
the ends
know.
of my hair so
Okay.
that it's better. And then layer this a little bit more. But like, I like how.
I think it's really good.
Alright.
I got more layers, so I
David.
can put them on top.
Which one do you go to? Do you go to the closest one, or do you go to the biggest one, or do you go to the furthest one to go to the bathroom?
I take the furthest one.
Furthest one? Okay.
You just braid it.
Cool. Roll stealth at disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
What'd you get?
I got 7.
7 as well. What's your mod for stealth?
I do my own. My computer's still turning on. I don't know all. Nice to you.
Slaker, what's your stealth mod?
Don't stare at me.
Mine?
Here.
Stealth mod, yeah.
2,
Plus? It's plus 2?
plus 4.
It's plus 4. Okay. Noted.
I do not have nearly that much stuff.
Sorry.
No, you're good, you're good.
That's all.
That was for the purposes of a tiebreaker, because you
Oh.
both got 7. Which is very unlikely with disadvantage. Anyway. We did that. Faye ran over. Toes, what are you doing on this new round?
Okay. I think
You've got one at the bathroom, one at the ballroom, and an old Iron Face.
How's Iron Face looking as far as aggro?
Aggro?
Onto one of the other clones?
Facing in your general direction by the bathroom storage area, you also hear a little bit of noise coming from
I could.
the region.
I have 2 more
I
coming
think
in
I'm
that
going
are
to use
of
my
different
last
lengths that are shorter
mirror
to
image
kind of blend it with my
to
shorter
call up
hair
the
a
other
little bit
3.
better since I don't want
To make 3 more.
3 more, and
But
then
then
I'm
I'm
going
gonna
to
dye my
send,
hair a little bit more pink just to kind of blend it in a little bit, but yeah.
I'll leave the
And then I'm gonna
duplicate
thin the ends.
where it's at, and I'm going to send the other clones further
Oh no, that's what you
on.
do. You layer them on top. So
Is
this
that
one,
connected
this
to the
this
story?
one is 20 inches. It's
Yeah,
gonna go
so,
right bottom, like right about here.
You've been
And then
in
I got one that's
at
18
some
inches.
point,
It goes right
you
about
can see
that.
it.
I
So
got
it goes
16
here and
inches. It goes right about that.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what you do.
I'll
I thought
stay.
you were gonna put them on the side.
I'll go 2
No.
door.
Have like this tri-braid.
Alright, here you are.
Yeah, I'll go to
Oh, on the inside door?
On the inside
But
door,
no, you
and
layer
then
them
the
on
clones
top
will
of
go to
each
like the
other.
guest room.
It thickens them up. I'll actually probably
Okay.
pull
Roll
them apart and cut them into little pieces. So
Perception.
make them look more natural.
Okay.
So one at the guest room, one at the storage room.
I'm excited. But yeah, they're showing.
Because you have 3. Are you just making one at each door?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Just trying to separate sort
Yeah,
out.
I have long hair now.
Okay.
Make him walk more. Let me see what we got here. My perception, it should be good enough, but I'll just get the exact.
I'm gonna put
Okay.
it back in the button. It's too hot
That's
to
at
hold it down
23.
right now.
22?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't wanna
So,
take it 'cause it's weird. I'll just have fake
as-
hair lying around.
hey, can we stop the not game discussions, please? So you walk into the bathroom and you hear a door creak and then a faint like puddle piddle sound coming from, or actually let me rephrase that. Zion, number 1 or 2?
Let's go 2.
2? Okay. You hear a plump, plump splash. That's what you hear coming from the bathroom as you walk into the door. Literally, like, right as you walk into the door, it's right there. You don't see feet under the stall.
Yeah.
Because it's short.
I'm gonna assume that somebody's like organs are like falling out of their body, like they've been murdered in there. 'Cause I don't have any reason to assume anybody would not be anything other than dead right now.
Okay. And then you just
like
keep looking at
horrified. Yeah, I'm just like.
Like, oh my god!
Yeah. Because if they were that wounded, they'd probably be beyond saving. So.
Okay.
Otherwise, they'd be like, shit.
Okay. Cool. Iron Face goes, and there's a room full of toes.
Like
Alright.
literal toes or toes?
Multiple toes. All the toes. So many toes. That said, it's going to hit something. Now, I'm going to re-roll this boy again. Okay. So it's a mirror image, so roll your mirror image stuff.
Okay. I got an 11, so I just need to beat a 6 for the first one.
Yep. Okay. So it charges at the one closest to the storage room, and it's gone. There we go. All right. So following that, your guys' turns. Slaker and Faye, roll perceptions for me.
3.
Perception. 12.
3 and 12.
Yes.
Okay. Faye, you hear, generally speaking, you hear a lot of commotion happening from the hall. Slaker, you don't hear anything.
Yeah, I'm playing dead. I'm believing it.
You're like, I'm dead. I wouldn't hear anything.
Exactly.
Oh, pizza. Did I hear the doorbell?
I think so. What?
I'm hearing everything today.
Woo! Anyway, discuss what you guys are doing.
Well,
Well, you wanted us to go to the bathroom, right?
with the second bathroom,
The second bathroom. Okay, cool.
the trap door.
Well, there we go. We're gonna go. We're just gonna.
Kind of strats going on.
Yeah.
Just going
You just,
to the
I'm playing dead, so if you get an opportunity, you should probably tell me.
Because we're hearing all the commotion in the other room, but it's still like, you know, not anything happening in our room, so we're just gonna go.
I'm just
We
playing.
going?
Just
Yeah.
The
We're
lady-
picking up our
Your unconscious friend?
unconscious friends.
And going towards the second bathroom.
And yes.
Okay.
This would be strange.
For quick context for grabbing a pizza, the woman was very nice and was just like, hey, so here's your pizzas. I hope you enjoy and have a great night. And I almost said you too, except she doesn't have pizzas. And so I was like, drive safe. Anyway, there you go. That was a fun thing.
That's awkward, but also really hilarious. I appreciate the awkwardness, Jordan.
Yes, it's harmless. Because you're the only gluten free. There you go. Alright.
Pizza break!
By the way,
Yep. Again.
I got one of them Gator cards, so I got some Papa John's coupons.
So this
Oh.
one.
Nice.
So I don't know if you can use them, but I'll be able to.
This one. She has anger issues. This one time she got mad at her best friend, so she got drunk. That's where she's got from.
Snapchat.
She also found there was like enchanted points that if you touched them, they would kill you. So everyone was touching them.
I thought that.
So she found a gray
Cheers.
glove,
Oh,
just one,
cheers.
that was the same
Oh my
color as her skin. So she
Mm.
tried to trick everyone.
That's
Like,
what I'm
look,
cheers.
with my bare hands, and that's why she thinks like. That is all.
We sell those
I was
at work
watching
and
that
people
anime,
are absolutely
and
obsessed
I
with them.
got
They go on our How to Italian stuff as like a decoration.
Oh, yeah.
People like
Probably
love them.
Oh,
They
I
ask
see.
them to be
Take
like
your
chopped up and put on their pizzas and we're like,
I watched
Hey.
the entire season constant whistle.
Yeah, I can
sounds
hear
like
it. I think
almost
Yeah, it's
see it.
fire.
the
If
fans.
it's constant, it's not beeping.
No, it is.
It's the
It's
fans.
It's a constant.
It's the fire lamps that are doing that.
Oh.
Anyways,
Fire lamps.
Mm,
Oh yeah.
the hanging.
But there's a
Sounds like a washing machine or a.
sounds like a smoke alarm.
Yeah, no, it's not those.
No. Oh, no, it's not.
Yeah, it does sound like a smoke
So
alarm.
many noises.
Well, that's a new noise.
That's somebody flushed.
Yeah.
You're flush.
Oh, I know what it is.
It's all the other birds we didn't know about.
It's some metal is connecting on this and it's reverberating. That's what it is.
Alright.
I don't know
Okay.
where, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
Alright, well, there you go. So, resuming play. Faye and Slaker, what are you doing?
Running, picking up and running.
Yep, I'm taking Twiggy. She's taking what's his face?
Spirit.
Spirit. And we are going to the second bathroom.
Okay. So, Faye, you can pick up Twiggy and start moving. You can get like halfway to the crates. Slaker, you can pick up Spiart, but you won't make it as far because half your movement to stand up. So you're there roughly, and then Jan and Desmond are unconscious.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Zion, I'm assuming it takes more than 6 seconds to do your duty.
Yes.
Toes.
Okay. Where am I in relation to everybody else?
There's a
that I
chocolate
know?
brownie,
You
but like
are on the
oh,
other
no.
side of the door
Never
for
mind,
the storage
I don't know who
room.
gave it.
Yeah.
It's
Alright. Slaker and Faye, like back into the room I'm in?
No,
Not
you're
yet.
not in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
So
Why is it cold?
here's the hall,
Yeah.
and then your dupes, which are just
My
there.
Swiss chocolates over.
Then
Lighter
Ah,
space.
there's the bathroom,
Wait, did he?
and then the door to the storage room.
Did the monster go to the storage room?
No, he got the one that was near the storage room.
This is not good. I should check someone elsewhere.
Gum.
Alright, I will
Rum.
stay.
Gum,
I'm gonna hide actually.
In the bathroom?
Yeah.
Which
I thought
do you
I thought you said
hide in the
chocolate.
stall closest to the storage? Do you hide in the biggest one, or do you hide in the one furthest from the storage?
Too closest to the storage.
Closest to the storage?
Can I also hide
So
my-
the one right next to you?
Yeah. Can I also hide the clones just in the rooms? They don't need to be like super hidden. I don't even think I'm not eyesight enough.
No.
So I wouldn't be able to have direct control. Wait, what about
Yeah.
my duplicate? Is a second part of me. Doesn't he have eyesight technically in the front of each door? Because my duplicate can cast spells for me and act as my placement, but the clones can't. But if not, I think they
Do
might
you
just be
concentrate on
frozen.
mirror image? That's a no, right?
No.
Okay. We ask this every week.
Yeah. Seems like you would though.
I know,
It
right?
seems like one of those spells.
It does. It does.
Look how thick this is.
Makes it very interesting. So.
That's fun.
It's a thick bun.
It's a fun.
It's a
On
thick
bonus
bun.
action, you can move it up to 30 feet to a
It's
space you can see.
It's a thick bun.
It's a fun.
Basically, you can only move it to a place you can see for your
I
duplicate.
like fake hair. I'm having fun with this fake hair.
Can I do
That's what it says.
Okay.
So, you create a perfect illusion, lasts a minute, or until you lose concentration, as if you were concentrating. Illusion appears in unoccupied space you can see within 30 feet of you. As a bonus action, you can move it up to 30 feet to a space you can see. It has to be within 120 feet of you,
Okay.
which it still is at the moment.
Can I?
So basically, you can move it into the stall with you in the bathroom.
No, but
That's
can
would be a
I?
bad idea.
Can I basically turn all of my clones? I don't know if this is an action if you'll allow it, into like sirens that just go. No! They just keep shouting, and then they make annoying noises, and then when they're approached, they disappear. As like attention getters. Or decoy.
I don't think for your mirror image,
Just
but-
the decoy?
but
Because that works too.
you must use your own senses. So I'm gonna say no. It's just an illusion for your duplicate, unfortunately.
Then I will, I'll just keep them where they're at. It's time to definitely go.
Okay.
We'll play it by the old dice roll.
Okay. And then Zion, you're staying in the bathroom. So all four of you roll stealth at disadvantage. Toes, you're the only one that doesn't.
Doesn't roll?
That just roll stealth.
Oh.
No disadvantage.
Oh yeah. Too bad I have a negative 5.
Okay.
Yeah,
What are our totals?
I got 16.
13.
That's 16.
Alright,
13.
Zion, yours was +2. Toes, what's your mod?
-2.
-2?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Faye, what was yours?
13.
13, what's your mod?
+3.
+3. Alright. Cool. That turns that. Okay. So,
Where's your sorcerer?
based on how quiet everybody is in relation to things, Slaker and Faye,
Yeah.
Ironface bursts open the door
Oh, great.
that it was just on the other side of and starts charging at Faye. Faye, what's your AC?
So 12.
Okay. How much health do you have?
12.
12? Alright. You're knocked unconscious
Okay.
Great.
and you go flying.
Okay. Yay me.
By proxy, Twiggy goes flying as well.
Poor Twiggy. I tried.
Are they all doing like death rolls technically?
No.
Death saves?
No.
You had one job, and it was to keep him occupied. But instead, you held your breath.
One of you guys is just doing business.
That's right.
Alright, so Slaker and Spiart, there is an old iron face right in front of you.
Between me and the door?
Yeah. Quite literally. Between you and the door.
Is he looking at me?
He just charged in front of you and knocked Faye against the
So I would assume,
opposite
yeah.
wall up here. So he's not looking at you yet, but
He will be.
you're not necessarily hard to notice if Faye was the first one noticed. Since you both got 13.
So what you're saying is dropping to the ground right now is not the best choice.
Potentially. Toes, what are you up to? Zion, what are you up to? It's 12 seconds for poop time.
12 seconds for poop time.
Yeah.
Does that mean I can finish my poop time up?
Well, I don't know how long you poop.
I am a fast gnome. I am
In and out, doing business purely.
Well said.
nothing but business.
This isn't for leisure. This is business.
So after a while,
What's on your water?
I'm going to like creak the door open after my business is done. If it creaks.
Okay, roll stealth. Toes, what are you doing?
Where was the crash in relation to? Well, it was in the room right next to you, right?
It's in the room next to you, yeah, it'd be behind you. For context.
What did you put?
It's 12
Stay
seconds. Is
hidden
that
for
when the
now.
pool turns up?
Okay.
That depends on
Roll
you.
perception.
I'm a fast gnome.
Thank you. Zion,
It's a 15, by the way.
I got 16 again.
16?
I am.
Okay, and you got 15? Okay. You don't hear anything. You're just very quietly. It like barely makes a noise, but it's so quiet that it doesn't like echo or anything. It's just because your ear is right next to that hinge that you hear it. And that's about it.
What do I see?
An empty bathroom. I mean, there's the stalls next to you. Toes, roll a d20 for me and tell me the number. There, across the way from you is 3 like dressing room mirrors and desks. What'd you get? 4?
Yeah.
Because of your height, you can see that there are 2 legs that are standing. They're a little lankier that are standing in one of the other stalls. That the one that's closest to the storage room.
I'm going to go up and do a really light knock on it.
You hear that?
Slowly unlatch it.
as a gnome. He just grabs you and pulls you in.
Kinky.
No, it's not like
Okay.
It's pure business.
Slater, what do you do?
Okay, I'm gonna go into a rage
Okay.
and a reckless attack.
Okay.
So, and I'm just gonna like right into his
Just
back.
drop Spiart and charge at him.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm just dropping Spiart, not gently or anything.
Alright, roll the hit.
I get advantage.
Yep.
Thank goodness. Well, that's better than a nat 1. So I rolled.
A nat 2.
Yup.
Really?
Yes.
Roll.
5, 6, 7.
No. No.
Not even
No.
close.
You basically what happens is you go to like swing at him and you just kind of thunk him on the back of the iron face.
Yeah, I'm gonna also give out a battle cry as I swing. Ah! If I have any motion left, I'd like to run away.
Run away.
Wait, let me see the room.
You would have some motion.
Yeah, let me see the room.
There you go. Yeah, this is appropriate. So you could make it like back to Spiart, basically.
Sorry about that.
There you go. So
some green
you're
as
here,
I die.
Spiart. You can basically make it back to Spiart for like a radius.
Can I make it
of
to the other side of Yon?
Not to the other side, but you can make it next to him. And he's on the ground. There's not much of another side to him. There's a Desmond, also on the ground.
There's another side to a Desmond, though.
Yeah, I'll just run to Yon.
Okay.
It's the best I can do.
Okay.
I don't like you!
Me or Iron Face?
No, this! It rolled a 1, a 2,
It's
and
not
I rolled
rolling
again, and it rolled an 18!
Roll a different one.
Have Charlie roll.
Yeah.
It's worse than I am.
Can it be worse? You got a 1 and a 2.
You know, at least I had advantage.
That
It
says
can't
a lot.
get much leaster. Anyway, following that, it's the big boy. Yeah.
Huzzah.
He hears nothing. He's going for the person that smacked him on the back of the head. Slaker, what's your AC?
14.
14. And what's
I
your
think the
health?
castaway.
Oh, he
3.
gets advantage.
Crap.
Okay. Yeah, you're out.
Down to what?
Yeah, negative, but it's non-lethal damage.
Okay.
Rolling a big D20.
I know, right? It's so weird.
I did wail quite loudly when I
Yes.
attacked.
Yeah. It made it a lot easier for him to know that you're there.
So now there's a group of 4 unconscious bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, actually, it's 6. Zion and Toes.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You're sharing a bathroom.
And you hear Slaker go, ah!
Okay. What do we do? I think everybody's
Dead.
pretty much dead. Well,
How close is he to dying?
what?
Is he almost dead?
Who?
The big iron dude.
I don't know. I don't think I've hit him once.
Oh.
Just been running. I'm trying to get to the room that he's currently in so I can revive as many people as possible. I don't know if you would want to make dancing lights distraction or a human distraction or a cantrip.
I mean,
Mirror
Minor
image.
Illusion makes noises. Rusty makes noises, if I'm right. Thaumaturgy makes noise.
It's a good idea.
Really
You could
loud noise.
you could go-
Thaumaturgy's so
You
fun.
could go to the door not the one that he's in the storage room, but past, if you just crawl underneath the stalls to the door, and then it's like walking for you. and then
Like that,
you
short
shout.
joke.
Yeah. And then you shout.
I'm appalled.
Shout to where one of my clones are, and then he'll go running, and then we'll sneak into the room and try to revive as many as possible. You want to try it, or you want to just run in there and kill ourselves, or hide forever?
I like the plan of hiding forever, but I guess I could yell at him for reasons.
And no one's gonna hear you. You're just gonna walk over there, shout away with
I pull up my
delusions,
silly
and then you can come right back
playlist
into the stall.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll watch you from under the stall, and then just give me a thumbs up.
That's just creepy.
And then I'll sneak out.
Okay. Sure will. I start crawling under the stalls.
Okay.
Like this, like looking.
Alright, so Toes is keeping watch. Zion, what do you do?
As a plan, I am walking under the stalls towards the door.
Which one, storage or hall?
The storage one, right?
That's up to you.
No, not-
That's on you.
The hall.
Yeah.
To the hall.
I would stop him. If he started sneaking that way, I'd go, no!
Alright. So, sneaking, roll stealth. Yeah, roll stealth.
16 again.
Hey.
I swear it's not broken.
Do it again.
I was about to make a 17 again joke. So it was one short. Anyway, following that, 16, okay. Cool. As far as things go, roll perceptions, you two.
Oh, that's funny.
That's
Oh,
funny.
that's up.
Nice. 8. Okay. So, Zion, you hear very faint but very heavy footsteps in the room over. They're much slower than the chaos that has been ensuing before, where people are charging back and forth. Now, what you hear is it's very it's very slow, hefty thud on the ground, and you hear like a very faint creaking of the floor for a second, and then you hear what sounds like something relatively softly falling onto the ground, and that's about what happens. That's what you can hear with your nat 20. So, in short, you hear stepping, you hear creaking, you hear boom, but it's very faint. It doesn't sound like crash, thud, anything like that. It's just a
That's crazy. I don't like the sound of that.
okay. And you're right in front of the door to the hall for context.
Okay, I'm gonna open the door,
Okay.
and then I'm going to do minor illusion,
Okay.
and I'm gonna have a scream of Alan, 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 like right in the other side of the hallway.
Over here.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the for the range of the sound? Does it say? I don't know if it does. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Like thaumaturgy is 300 feet away from me.
I think.
I think it's
About 100.
100? Okay. Cool. So you basically look into the hallway where there's a bunch of toes clones T-posing. For lack of a better description. They're just idle. And
I have a better idol animation.
it's your idol.
I like it.
You just basically are shaking maracas the whole time.
Just my mace and something else, and a stick like a bunch of incense.
Yeah. You conjure the minor illusion. Do you move at all, or do you stay where you are? What do you do?
I stay there kind of watching the other door just to see if anything comes out of the other room.
Of the storage room?
Storage
Okay.
room.
Cool. And then, yeah, clear as day, out charges good old Iron Face. And it charges right across the hall from where you are at the Toes clone. Toes.
You can attack from that far away.
Toes, go ahead and roll mirror image stuff.
But I have time. Please be die. Today, that's a 5.
5.
Oh my god,
So you
here,
get
roll
hit.
this one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
right.
in other words, you just see me like pass out.
How much health do you have?
3.
3? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's, yeah, there it is.
It was a gamble.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
I had 3 health too when I attacked.
Yeah. So, physical Toes goes flying and thunks in the hallway across from you, just runs smack straight into the door. The like slight physical shakiness that there was to Toes stops. It's him in person, just thunked onto the ground.
That's a good one.
What do you do?
What a plan.
I'll distract him. One of my clones. I'm totally safe. I just hit the lottery.
I was very close to not.
I couldn't tell. I'm just gonna quietly as I can close the door to that.
Stealth.
Maybe 12 seconds wasn't enough.
7.
7?
Alright, and after that, I'm booking it.
Okay.
To the storage room.
Full sprint. You immediately start charging off towards the the storage room. Alley-oop. So you make it pretty much to the door of the storage room when very shortly, right after behind you, just boom, the door gets flung open, huffing and puffing. What do you do?
Run into the storage room.
Okay. When you run in, roll perception.
I got 10.
10? Okay. So you run into the storage room, and when you do, you have a bit of a display. So you notice that there's these 3 that are kind of piled in a corner, and Slaker right next to them, and then there's Faye and Twiggy that are just kind of in a jumbled mess on the far side of the room. What do you do? You've used half your movement to get it.
Faye and Twiggy are still alive, conscious, right?
Everyone's breathing, but
So, in here, it looks like they're passed out.
yeah, unconscious but not dead.
Alright. I'm gonna run over to Faye and Twiggy
I
and
should have
play
this.
dead.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion.
Nope.
Oh, I can't?
You can,
Okay.
so for your movement, you used your full movement, you can dash and just collapse, or you can stay where you are and do an action. It's up to you.
Alright, so I'm gonna dash and collapse.
Dash and collapse?
I like to picture.
Yeah, you
You know how like baseball, like you just go slide.
with that roll, you basically like just leap into the mass of Faye and Twiggy and just kind of thunk fall into it. That said, Roll stealth disadvantage.
I got 10.
10? Alright. Shortly after, you hear a loud boom as the door from the bathroom swings open and into the bathroom so hard that it slams against the door, and Ironface walks in and he goes, and then what'd you get?
10.
10? Step, 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 step. He's in the middle of the room. Old Ironface looks at the large pile of people on the far side and then sees Twiggy and Faye and you piled on the other side of it. And he walks over towards your pile and he goes to like pick up Faye. And then you see him pause for a second. He looks at you.
Joe!
How much health do you have?
I think I don't know if it's saved from last time, but it says I still got the full 14.
14?
It's probably true.
I don't think you took any damage because like I
don't think you took any
You
damage.
only have 14 hit points.
What's your AC? Well, he's a wizard. And he's also level 2.
Squishy.
What's your AC?
AC is 12.
12? Okay, yeah, he makes the hit. And you're knocked out.
Oh. Well, I tried. So I was knocked out.
I wonder what went through your brain as you were like, this is our one shot, and then you just immediately see me
one
die, and you're like, okay.
Well, shit.
I risked everything. Yet another lie.
Some time passes. Everybody made Constitution saves.
So 16?
16?
Yeah.
Okay.
12.
What is oh, it's just its own thing. I'm always looking at the small print for it.
Oh, no, I lied. It's 18. I thought it was under strength for some reason.
Okay, so let me. 18 for toes. Okay. Slaker.
Give me just a hot second.
Man, it's a hot one.
Zion
I was
has
listening to that song.
8. Okay.
16.
16. Spiart.
12.
12.
11.
11. Okay.
Unless there's a
Hey,
mind apps for that.
when I take damage, I can gain resistance to non-magical piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing until my next turn without going into a frenzy or a rage.
Because
That's
of your
good stuff.
level.
Because of my color.
Oh.
That's good to know.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. That would have been useful.
Sort of.
The last knockout, it would have just happened.
Because all my damage was rounds apart.
Mhm.
So it wouldn't.
Ah.
Because I would take damage and I would take damage and I take, so it wouldn't have done anything.
Gotcha. It's got to be consecutive.
Yeah.
Is there anything I could add to my roll if I had it?
For Constitution, Monica, do you want to point that out on a sheet for him?
So,
That, and then since you have that check, you have that.
oh, okay, so I do +2 and get another +2?
Yep.
So I got +4, so technically I have 16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Toes, you had the 18, right? You are the first person to wake up, and you recognize this room as the very decrepit, kind of beat up one with like broken glass vials and some empty ones that might have dried up at some point. There's still a rather bloody elf with his forehead kind of caved in a little bit.
Oh no.
And a slight purplish tint, but everyone else seems to be pretty well and truly knocked out at the moment. When you come to, you kind of like see the rest of the room, and you see a very faint pair of hands kind of creaking the door open, just, and you see the face of a small child who's just like,
Huh.
hello?
The kids we're looking for.
You must be with the rest of them, right?
Yeah. That's us.
Oh, good. I've been looking everywhere for everybody, but I don't know where they went.
Yeah. We had a run in with old Iron Face when we were not.
Was it cool?
No,
It wasn't cool?
No, it wasn't cool.
Oh.
I don't know why you get that impression that it would be.
Well, because he's like really big and intimidating and scary and stuff.
Yeah. True things.
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
No way out since you got the door open.
yeah, well, there was like a gizmo thingy that opened up over there, and I went through it, and he just like points further down the hall, outside of the door. There's a gizmo thingy that I followed because it opened up, and then there was a bunch of loud noises and stuff, so I hid. And when the noises stopped, I came here.
It's good. Glad to have you. So you know anything about Iron Face? You know anything about why I'm not dead or anything?
I mean, with old Iron Face, like, the whole thing with him is that if you're on your boat and you see him, then you're either going to swim to shore or you're never seen again.
Yeah, we boated here and then left again and then.
But you didn't see him while you were on the boat.
Amidst the boat.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why like fishing in the waters and stuff is really, really scary. That's why my dad let us use the boats for like nearby, but I lied.
Your dad? Is he on the island?
No. So dad let me and he points at the elf across the or the dragonborn across the way. He's like, he let me and this Bjart go, but we took the smaller one, and then a friend of mine, Dorothy, she got the bigger boat because she was gonna have some more people come, and she was gonna let us like join on the adventure and stuff.
What's the adventure?
We were gonna find out what's going on with Old Iron Face, but I think it's gotten a little bit scarier than we wanted it to.
Did you know about Iron Face before coming here? As far as like, was he somebody you knew? He transformed or?
No, like
Amazing.
Iron Face has been here for like way before I was born, like way before I was born, like at least 10 years before I was born, like way long ago. At this time, Faye and Spiart, you begin to kind of come to very slowly.
Seems like a pretty long time.
Yeah, it was so long ago. Like only the really old people know though, like my dad. And maybe my mom.
Look at your friends waking up.
Spiart! And then he runs over and gives you a hug. Are you okay?
It'll be up.
Do you guys know where Iron Face is?
No? He was maybe in a hall, in a storage room, killing me. Well, I wasn't in the storage room. Somebody was in the storage room. I don't know. I'm dead. I was dead.
Dude, that's so cool.
Do I look fucked up, by the way? And I just like show my like limbs and stuff.
Did you just cuss
Well,
the
I
kid?
didn't. I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
I guess
I
I
wouldn't
did.
say that, but like you don't look so good.
Yeah.
You feel good?
No.
Oh.
I just thought maybe a horn would be missing. I just didn't want to find it.
No,
Okay.
you're. I mean, yeah, you're fine. I mean, you look like a devil. You look mean, but
Yeah.
you're kind of nice. So
But you're kinda nice.
hold your foot up or something?
That's okay. We'll cross that bridge
Yeah, whatever
later.
gets me.
Okay.
You know what you
Sit on that.
So are you guys with Dorothy and them, or did you come here by yourselves, or like?
I was with a journalist with Third Eye.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah, that's Dorothy.
Dorothy. It is Dorothy. How many concussions I've had today. Sorry.
It's okay. I don't know where Dorothy is, but if you guys are here, then she should be here.
Yeah. She's getting a boat. She took a bunch of ghosts off the island, and she's gonna come back in the morning.
There are ghosts here.
Yeah, there's like one more somewhere still here, but I don't know where you.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Wait, how do you know what they are if they're ghosts? Like, are they invisible and stuff?
Like buff and purple.
That's hot. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
Smart, did you see a ghost? He's like
No.
shaking your arm. Did you see old Iron Face?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool. Well, now what do you guys want to do? Because I don't know if we should stay here or if we should try to, like, go find Dorothy, or if we should just...
I'm thinking some mysteries are best left unsolved.
Yeah.
It's probably fine who
We
my
should
group.
leave, guys. I'm like holding my head in pain from being like thrown across the room.
Look around and see who else is in the room.
Yeah, looking around, you
Are you gonna
can
turn
see...
into a purple buff ghost now?
You can see a large frog creature.
Oh shoot! Ah!
Yeah. You see a large bluish frog creature. That's a
What is it?
familiar blue. That's kind of weird. You see a gnome. You see a human in armor. You see a better looking human in armor with like very fair skin and almost glowy hair. You see a half elf on one corner who seems to be coming to like just holding her head. You see what looks to be a full elf, but he's like very purplish. And you see Toes, who is like a devil person. So red skin, 2 horns, pointed tail.
You wouldn't know who these other fellows are. I know Elf.
I know this guy, he's really cool. What was your name?
It's the king. King Wenceslas.
There's a king here.
I'm also a pirate
Hinata.
captain, but that's hey, nice to meet you.
I'm Hinata.
Yeah, I know everybody else. The big frog,
Isn't Twiggy there
small
also?
guy,
Yeah.
big
I
long
don't
person.
know, but yeah, Twiggy's there.
So, what do you think the best option is? Probably get the hell off this island, right?
Yeah, I was thinking that. I think we should wake everybody else up, make a sworn pact to never split up and get out of here.
Yeah, let's try to wake some of these guys up.
As far as things go, because there are like thinner window slits you can kind of see outside. It looks like it's starting to be sunrise a little bit. Also, for the purposes of rest and stuff, everybody is fully rested. So full health, full spells.
Oh.
Lucky me.
Thanks, man.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, man.
You're knocked out a lot.
Feeling good.
Age 2, okay.
Okay.
For the purposes of DM using this, Desmond, Yon, Twiggy, and the elf, Orpha.
Orpho?
Desmond.
Yon, Twiggy don't wake up,
Everyone's
and
not
then
here.
and then Orpha,
like
additional.
permanently, like if we attempted to wake them up, would they wake up?
I mean, you can poke them. They'll seem like they're fine, but they're not gonna like jump at anything. They're just
So if we leave, they will remain in their position.
yes.
Okay.
So you'd have to like carry them on or something.
Okay.
So we can't come up.
No.
Can't wake them up.
No,
Okay.
Well,
not easily.
They are very, very.
They're very knocked out, and
Whatever you
The healing does not matter in this equation.
everybody's full health. So,
So
it's just
a matter of context.
Wait, so it was a long rest?
Yeah.
yeah, full health, full spells, full everything, long rest.
And Dorothy's not there. I'm still unconscious.
Dorothy's not there.
Good. That's all I care about.
Right. I'm just gonna attempt to wake up everybody, even though I know the results for.
Okay. You go through and try to wake people up. Slaker is the first one that you're able to wake up. So, Giant Frog.
Get up. All right.
And hides in the corner. He's
So
kind of
just
behind
settle
Spiar.
down. We have children in our midst.
I'm just gonna nod.
Food?
in agreement.
You brought me food?
No! I'm a friend.
Yeah.
Darn
It's a
it.
bargaining chip. How are we we can't get off the island without the child.
Yeah, but like a toe or two, it's not gonna hurt.
It would hurt me.
Yeah, it hurt the child. We shouldn't hurt the child.
I like my toes.
Toes are
I like your
currency where
toes
I come
too.
from.
It's because you're the king.
That's
You put your
You-
face everywhere. There's toes for currency everywhere.
I just look at toes and I'm just like, and then do like a face palm.
Also, you're a big frog, just so you know. In case you haven't noticed.
Darn it! Whatever,
Yeah,
just.
you're scaring everyone. So.
Are you? Where's Dorothy?
I'm terrified.
I don't know where Dorothy is.
Dorothy is on a boat. She'll be back probably now. She said she'll be back today with help if she can get it.
Fine, and then I change back into my half orc.
I think you should probably pick up
Whoa! That's so cool. Can you do that? He pokes the art.
swimming. No, I can't do that.
Why not?
Yes,
You're
me.
big and lizardy.
I stay in this form though. I was born this way, bud.
I was born this way. No, I wasn't. I wasn't born.
That's so cool. Okay.
Alright, bud. Well, we need to get out of this place before any old Iron Face comes and gets us again.
Alright.
I don't know what that would be.
Who should pick up who? We have what, 3-4 people to.
We could just
Zion, you
like be
start to write down.
organized this time.
You mean
We almost had
who?
I don't
Oh,
want to die.
What?
it. The big scary.
I didn't scratch it at
Oh,
all.
the Iron Face?
Yeah.
I don't want to die again.
We've all been knocked out for who knows what.
Why
how
don't
long.
we
He'd
just
still
let him
be-
live his life? Like, he's not doing anything. He's not hurting anybody besides us
It's the
because
big
we're
ships.
disturbing him.
I will not lose to him. We came here to stop him.
But he's stronger.
No, he's not.
We came here to invent. We came here to find the kid.
Yeah, we just need to find the kid. Can't we just
Mission
leave?
accomplished.
Wait, we're
We're
not
the
gonna
best.
find out what's wrong with old Iron Face?
Yeah, he's got a big iron face. Case closed.
Yeah, but if we're organized, we could kick his iron ass.
What are you supposed to do? Ask him?
Oh, I got a great idea.
Yeah.
I've already.
I
had
like
it.
the
He
fire.
looks at Faye.
It's like, yeah, like, what?
he looks at you and goes, "Is that it? I don't know what it is. She's a she now? Was she always a she?
Do you just say it?
It?
It's improper to call she a she. It's an it. God, get it
Is
right,
that for
kid.
all she's or is that for?
That's just
For all
for
she's.
Slaker.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. That's a good thing to know. I was gonna call you it too, but now you're a she.
I'm just gonna like pat him and then just like lightly slap him upside the head and just walk away.
Well, we don't necessarily have to leave this island,
Protect the car.
but we can't do anything to help arise.
Think about it.
Yeah.
I got an idea.
Yeah. Idea.
Why don't
Go.
we confront him in a space that we can control the circumstances?
That's not a bad idea, but where would that be?
The space we were fighting in.
No,
It's-
no, 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 no.
No, hear me
Terrible
out.
idea.
It had our favor.
Okay.
One of us in
Why
each
are we
room.
all unconscious?
Yeah,
Because we didn't know the other ones were there.
Oh,
Well,
that's true.
was there any more rooms that you
I
could
didn't know where
describe to me?
most of these people were.
Listen, wait, I got an even better idea. We don't even need to fight him.
I'm
Just
just
go
gonna
to
put my
the
hand on
docks,
his mouth.
we wait for him to show up, then we charm him into the ocean. And then he can't get out because
What?
he's got a big iron head.
Or
Then he's just gonna walk right back
What
on
if
the
he
beach.
Yeah,
is
you could
underwater?
It's the ocean!
he could just
It's
walk.
not huge.
What?
It's not like a wave's gonna move this giant iron dude.
But
But
how
this
would
iron
we-
dude is like
How would we
taking down
charge him
ships.
into the ocean? Is my question.
Charm him.
No,
Well,
if this
walk off
iron
the
dude is
pier.
taking down
That's not how a
ships.
charm person works.
Yeah.
No.
You can't kill him. You don't say go drown yourself, but if you say go for a swim,
Well, was there any
Sink.
other? What was in the other rooms in this building?
Toes, if he lives in the, he takes ships out of the ocean is not our friend.
No, well, he could just punch it. We don't know how he does it. He might have cannons.
What if?
Doesn't mean he can swim.
What if?
Good thought. I'm thinking, what if we lead him up to where we were last time?
What if we just
But do we know how to
decapitate
open that second bathroom? Because we could just escape down the second bathroom and trap him up there.
There are 3
There's a
bathroom
second
stalls.
bathroom?
I don't know. I know there's 3 stalls.
Spirit, the second bathroom.
What if
Well-
we restrain him and decapitate him? Like
Well-
pull a Thanos. Oh wait, you guys wouldn't get that reference, would you?
I don't know what Thanos is, but I know that there's a lot of headless people at the church.
I thought that was
What's
It's
pretty
really
the
creepy.
island?
funny.
What?
Here?
No, in town.
Oh.
I'm not supposed to go by that church. There's a bunch of dead people.
What church?
What? The
Go
church in
a lot of
town.
places.
Well,
you're
we're not in town. We're on an island.
Yeah.
We need to
Yeah.
focus here.
So what if we find some like really heavy chains and like tie him down and then just
You're gonna stop an iron object with more iron.
yeah.
There's
Are
brothers
you
here.
physically strong enough to do that?
No.
I am, but are you?
But you are. I'm
Not by
but-
myself.
I know
Well, yeah,
you
but-
are, but what am I?
In strength of numbers. We have him. We have you.
I pushed
Okay,
a boulder once.
Hunting
Yard.
101. We need terrain that we're familiar with that has our favor. That
101's
is
a big number.
I don't think we need to be hunting.
I'm just gonna
him
put my
per
hand
se
over
quite
his
yet,
mouth.
But we do need to probably take some precautions.
He licks it.
I
if we're
pushed
in
it
that-
harder.
If we're in
He
that
bites
old
it.
place with all the rooms, we have favor. We know that terrain and he gets confused. We know that. What worked against him? I was like
I didn't
hiding or
scratch him.
dead for most of it.
I never scratched him, so.
I got pretty much punched
Alright,
across
I'm
the
gonna
room.
take my hand
and
off.
then got
Wait,
knocked
what if
out.
we just go to the beach?
Yeah.
So don't take him head on, then how do we take him?
Nobody listens to children, Hanada.
But what if we go to the beach?
What's at the beach?
I like Kanada's idea.
I don't know, maybe a boat if Dorothy's here?
Yeah, we can just get on the boat and leave.
Yeah, like
No!
we don't have to
Who
kill
says
him.
we have to leave per se? You did say she's coming back with reinforcements, did you not?
Maybe. That's if she can get him.
Oh my
I
gosh,
would
we
have
can
faith.
take him. We can take
Why don't we
him.
just wait for the reinforcements?
Well,
and
we
if
can
they're
take
here, we'll
them with
decide.
I mean, we
more
do have
people.
strength in numbers.
Yeah.
Saker's
I
getting
can
mad.
inspire all of you.
So
There's
Saker's
a few of us
gonna
not waking
That's all I
up.
can do. Yeah.
Saker's getting mad, so
That
Saker's
breaks
gonna
down
start
people.
yelling and like pull claws out of his hands, even though it's an orc,
Yeah.
and just be like, "We are stronger. We can take him."
Okay, simmer down there. I'll just like hand her my water. She could be like, here, have some wine.
I'm gonna like splash it in your face.
Hey, you know what's
I'll
on the
drink
beach?
it.
There's food at the beach.
Fresh?
Fresh.
There's lots of fish and crabs and stuff.
No.
You can probably
Gross.
find an animal in the woods if you
There's
want.
hogs as well.
I also have some food rations if you want some too.
Hogs?
There's a bunch of children
Yeah,
all over the beach.
you could eat their toes.
But not my
Toes?
toes.
But not Hanada's toes, but other children's.
Toes?
Beach.
Toes.
Yep.
Why are you looking at the king and saying toes?
I don't know. This is the thing.
So,
King manicure.
So
let's get
Think
these.
it's gonna
yeah,
eat
let's
your
go to
toes.
the beach.
It's gonna eat your
Hunt some
toes.
toes.
Sorry, it's not a he or a she.
But we are stronger. We are stronger.
Yeah,
You
but
could-
tell
you
that
could
to the
try
rest
it.
of us.
I don't want to
But
die.
what does your stomach feel?
I'm pretty weak, honestly. All I have is a dagger and like a pointy sword. That
Is
doesn't
Zion
really
awake
do
right
much.
now?
Yeah, Zion's awake. He's just watching.
Oh. What do you think? How do you think it went last time?
I wouldn't want to do that again.
Yeah,
He
That
will
dude
be
sound like
annihilated.
We'll annihilate him as soon as we can recuperate him.
What if I spawn him and then we come back in 2 weeks?
Hey, it's not a bad idea, Slaker.
Sure, why not?
It's kind of disgusting, but I mean, hey,
I don't
whatever
know.
you're
I
into,
don't know what you're talking about.
don't
Well,
ask.
when I spawn someone,
Cover her mouth. Not to the children.
I claw them viciously
closest.
onto the inside.
You're closest to her.
He doesn't know why.
I don't know what spawning means.
When I
I mean, you know what
spawn-
spawning means in terms of like, you know, like for normal people, but that's a frog thing.
I claw them viciously on the inside and implant a tiny little thing inside of them, and it slowly eats them from the inside out, killing them in a very horrible way. So I'm
Alright,
I don't
let's go get
understand
him
why it
nightmares,
hurts.
so let's not talk
I mean,
about
it's
this.
like, Well, that's really cool, but like, how do you get inside him?
Well, I just
I mean,
You just punch him?
no, I just and then I pull out my paws again.
Alright, we can still take him, but how about this? We recuperate, get some food at the beach, and then gather our supplies together and get at least the unconscious people back into some safety and out of this building.
Deal. I'll take the kid.
He's not unconscious.
He's
though.
not unconscious.
Wait, no, yeah, I'm.
How about the
scared.
kid goes with the king?
I'm gonna go punch the kid. See if I can make the kid unconscious.
Oh my fucking god.
Better not hurt that boy.
Roll the hit.
Can I like try and interfere
Our
Yeah.
bargaining
with
chip.
Yeah,
my
you can.
dagger?
I'm gonna also
Okay.
with my body.
Okay, yeah,
12.
yeah, disadvantage because you have two people that are trying to stop you.
12.
No.
Damn it.
Ready to roll?
What is it for, strength? Or
You're just
rolling? It was 5.
5, and then
Do I
you're
get-
physically in the way. So if you want to follow through, you have to hurt Toes in order to punch the kid because he steps in front of the two of you.
Can I step in front and move shield?
Yeah, you can also step in front. 3 people just immediately step in front of you. No.
But I want to take the kid.
No!
No.
We don't trust you!
Yeah, there's
We
a
don't
reason.
trust you, that little lip lick.
Yeah.
I
Okay, Party Crouch Jr.
About the kid stays with his friend that he came here with.
Yeah.
Anyone's
Yeah, and then he goes and gives you a hug.
Alright, but you want to just get a piggyback ride out the door, or do you want
Ooh,
to?
ooh, ooh! I can give him a piggyback ride.
No.
I'm strong.
Let's give Jan a piggyback
I
ride.
think you could pick
Yeah.
up.
Hold on, do you
His
know what
old
piggyback
iron
ride is?
body.
No.
No.
I think you need to get Twiggy.
No, she should get Yon. Yon's pretty heavy.
An old
Is
iron
that my
body.
friend?
Yes.
Darn.
Oh? Okay.
Yeah,
That
Pick up wherever you want.
that sounds like a better idea.
I'll
you
get
get the
Twiggy
heaviest
though, because I'm
one.
kind of weak.
I think Zion should carry somebody.
I could carry Zion.
Hinata standing next to Zion is like twice his height.
I like crouch down so Zion can get on my back.
I walk over and
grab
pick up
on.
Jan and I start walking, and then I'm like, so how do we get out of here?
Oh, the kid was opening the door.
Yeah, there's a door here, and then he just walks to the one door in the room.
The second bathroom?
No, it's like another hallway.
Oh, okay.
It's really boring, and it's just cobblestone and stuff.
To the cobblestone. What is
Wait a
cobblestone?
minute.
It's
It's
like
a stone.
rocks.
We don't have everybody. We
Thanks,
gotta get
guys.
Desmond and we gotta get Twiggy.
Cobblestone is a rock that's typically
carries
found underneath lots of layers of
Cobble.
and was originally put there by water.
It's just
Do
rocks.
cobblers use that or no?
No.
Oh, I don't know what cobblers do, but I think that gave it the name cobblestone.
They're pie makers.
Fun fact, cobblestone, the reason it's cobblers
What?
and cobblestone, it's because you usually walk on cobblestone. Cobblers deal with footwear. There you go, fun fact.
Oh. Wow, I didn't know.
To the rocks, and I start charging with Jan.
Okay.
I need to pick everybody.
So you just walk out into the hallway, and then there's a left and there's a right.
And there's more bodies in this room, correct?
Yeah, except Desmond and
So there's
Sweet.
How
Desmond.
heavy is
Jan's been
Desmond?
picked up. Desmond's probably the same heft as Jan is.
Could
Okay,
I
I'll take
potentially
Twiggy.
carry them both? I am one size larger for carrying capacity.
Yeah, she's pretty strong too.
Alright, can I
You could, but I'll say half movement
Okay,
because it's
well,
just gonna be awkward.
I found the split in the road, so I just set Jan down and sit down and start thinking. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I'll pick up somebody.
Okay, who do you pick up? There's Jan, there's Jan has been set down outside of the room. There's Twiggy, who's very tall and lanky. There's Desmond, who he's a human that's pretty well equipped with armor, and then there's an elf who's pretty like average build.
I'll pick up the dude with the armor.
Desmond?
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't know him exactly yet.
Yeah.
I'll pick up Desmond and start heading out the door.
Okay. So you pick up Desmond.
I'll take whoever's left.
There's
Twiggy?
an elf that with a
I would
slightly
take the
purplish color.
You gonna take the elf?
No, I'll take Twiggy.
Take
'cause
Twiggy, okay.
I'm
I'll
weaker.
take the elf.
I'm gonna
Gross.
attempt to like
Very-
drag Twiggy with her
Wait,
arm
I can't
like,
touch
over
the
my
elf.
shoulder over Zion because Zion's on my back too.
You haven't
Alright,
touched
I'm
him
gonna go
since.
touch the elf cautiously.
Nothing happened.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. You feel slightly invigorated after you pick up the elf.
Oh, okay. I'm just kind of like dragging. Just like,
Yeah,
because
you,
I'm too short.
you go to pick up the elf, and then you feel like a little bit stronger, but like also you kind of want to dance a little, just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that as a
Yeah.
excitement of leaving. Being on our way home.
Right. Alright, everyone's picked up and ready to go?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
What are you thinking about?
Left or right?
I came from that way, and he points to the left.
Alright, Hanada,
That's where I found the secret door thingy.
you're in charge here. Get us out of here.
Okay. And he just walks down the
I
hall.
pick up Jan and walk very closely behind.
Follow the train.
Yes, and
Zion's the caboose.
well, Zion's on my back.
Oh, okay. Wait, you're carrying both? Okay, half movement speed.
Yeah, I'm good. And that's why I'm like dragging Twiggy, but like also I have that on my back, and I'm like, okay.
As you guys continue along, eventually there's a turn to the right. It's starting to kind of look a little bit familiar to Zion, Faye, and Toes. You guys have been here before. This is where you guys went and found unconscious people. Faye got drunk on a potion. Desmond gave someone a cookie. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're on the right track.
So you turn to the right, and there's a kind of there's a split wherein there's a path kind of out into like a large cavern, which it looks like there's sunlight coming into, and then there's a path to the right that leads upstairs, like a set of stairs.
Can you repeat that, sorry?
Yeah. So there's a set of stairs to your right, or if you go forward, it looks like there's light coming in from the left,
Okay.
and it's like a bigger cavern
Yeah,
on
okay.
the left side.
Go to the left, right, Tom? To get out? Pretty sure the stairs were back in.
I don't know. I just found this place. I just know that the sand was over this way.
Sand as in outside of the beach sand?
Yeah, like on the coast.
Okay.
On the beach. Yeah.
Stick with it.
Yeah. Alright, he just points over to where the light's coming in, and you guys step out onto the...
You have to have the kid tell you where the light's coming in?
Yeah.
So he walks forward onto the sand, and as you guys kind of step out, you recognize Toes. You recognize a very large kind of like series of broken up pieces of wood and a structure for a very slanted looking dock, kind of warehouse of sorts. It looks like there's very large footprints that are going to and from that dock warehouse and the cave you were just in. And then beyond that, it looks like the sun is rising, just very faintly in the distance. You can't see the whole coast, but you can see at least a small stretch of it before the kind of edges of Skull Island mountain kind
I
of
haven't eaten these. Sorry.
covers. No, you're good. So that's in shortly what you guys kind of notice. What do you guys do? Hinata just kind of like is standing on the sand. He's like, I don't know where to go now.
Well, thanks, boy, for getting us out of here.
Food?
Yes, let's get you food, and then I think we can set up a trap just in case you want to still take on Old Iron Face here.
Hogs
a
or the
bunch.
thing you call children?
There was a bunch of food inside in the house place.
Well,
Who's
Fresh.
outside?
I mean, it wasn't rotten.
Nah.
Oh,
Hogs or this thing you call children?
do not eat the child.
Different children.
Child? Is child children? What is child?
It is a singular children.
Thank you for that. I appreciate you.
I think here. What trap do you have in mind? One, and then we'll move from there.
Well, we could always dig a hole right outside this entrance. It's a pretty deep hole, and it's we're on sand. So if Old Iron Face tries to get out, it'll just crumble and bury him.
I like that idea.
Do we have the time to build a big sand pit?
Well, we'll take all of us, and I can reckon we could probably get this dug pretty quick.
And if he's over there at the warehouse, and he comes approaching us this way.
Would Slaker have any perks of digging a hole? In one side's larger and bonus and strength.
Yeah, you can carry more due to your capacity. You just move more dirt faster if you're doing like a scoop method. As
I think
opposed
like
to
dog.
No.
I like the idea. Yeah. Well, I don't care.
Do we know if big scary Tinky Boy comes out of the cave?
Some big footprints.
Do they recognize these footprints?
Can I investigate the footprints?
Sure. Yeah, roll this. I don't know why you're rolling that. Thought we concluded that you're not rolling.
No, I'm not rolling this one.
Oh, it's neither of them. But now
I
it
did
works.
that one.
Every time I roll, I'm getting anything lower than a 2, and when I'm mad and I re-roll, I get a 19.
Just say that.
The
My
barbarian.
investigation
The
failed.
barbarian
Stay
way.
raged.
What was
We have
your
a whole
investigation
board
mod?
2 plus whatever.
6.
Stay raged.
3.
Minus 2, so it's modded 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, basically, you take a close look at the footprints, and the thing that you're most concerned with is the fact that they are bigger than yours.
Sounds right.
Well, that's disconcerting.
I pull the claws out of my feet. My feet out of my shoes first, and then the claws out of my feet, and see if I can make my foot bigger.
Kind of like that watermelon.
Basically, with claws, it's just barely bigger, but it's much, much wider also. Like, it's a solid, like, square, rather than you kind of almost stretching your toes out.
You say this is our culprit. Just saying.
Seems
Well-
legit.
Iron Face did not look like he had feet that big for people that didn't investigate like that.
I got pretty much punched as soon as I tried to attack me.
Some pigs.
Yeah.
Big a bit.
Iron Face is a bit bigger, but than most of you guys, but not super massive. Not behemoth, not huge.
Seems legit. So food and then hole?
Yeah, we can check for the boat too. Come back, maybe have a digging crew.
I can look for the boat and just, walk around.
Ooh, I'll go with the
shouldn't
kid and
split
look
up.
for food.
No.
I don't want to
No.
go for a boat anymore.
You dig a hole. I'll go find food.
No, I think we should just go together.
But that's half the fun.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Splitting up's a bad idea.
Well, you want
I
to take
did.
on Old Iron Face here?
No, I just think splitting up's a bad idea.
I always think splitting up is a horrible
Yes,
idea.
I want to take on Old Iron Face.
But I mean, there's still shipwreck on the shoreline. We can always check if any of the crates on the shoreline have any
Hey,
food still
perception.
left in it that is still worth scavenging. So we're not straying too far.
True. I like
There's
that
one
idea.
other shipments, they probably do. But I do know that that's not a safe
9.
place.
9? Okay.
Just
While everyone's kind of talking with each other, because of where you're standing, kind of in the circle of everyone discussing, you can kind of see behind the group as they're going back and forth, there appears to be a very large metallic creature that is like walking out of that slightly sideways, broken, large wooden dock warehouse thing. It looks like it's carrying a couple of crates, and it's like walking in your direction where the footprints are. It's massive. It's huge.
What
Who is
the
closest to me right now?
The closest person would be Zion,
Okay,
because he's on your back.
true.
Closest
Alright, I'm
one.
just gonna be like, guys, so I'm just gonna point down towards the thing. Just stammering.
Too pre-nice to recognize it.
Yeah, you recognize this thing. It looks at the lot of you guys and it like pauses for a second.
Awkward.
And kind of keeps following its path, which is like right next to where you guys are. So it's like coming towards you, but not at you.
But
I-
does it seem
Very
alright then?
casually.
I drop to the ground and play dead.
Okay.
With the person with Jan in the
Yeah. Just funk funk.
Well, it's gonna get a little bit more interesting. Renata,
Hmm?
run.
Run?
Run.
That's
Run.
not like running at us or anything.
Just go hide.
Is that Iron Face?
No.
No.
It's a big guy. It's a different guy.
It's a different
Equally
guy?
lethal.
Who's this guy? Wait, he's
Who's-
not.
who is
Wait,
this
what?
This
Just
is how
hide.
I feel right now.
Listen, when
I'll
we were splitting
explain.
up. Well, you can explain. I don't know that you know that I know that you know that.
I'll explain them as soon as we get done conversating.
You
with
know
this
about the
thing.
big boy?
Big boy.
Yeah, this big man walking towards us carrying a very heavy
I have
plate.
no idea, but
I mean,
Okay, I know, I was
It just
saying.
seems like it's just getting some food, guys.
Yeah, but we were in the shack, me and Jan, when we split up, when we first split up.
Maybe you're just in his territory.
He knocked me unconscious.
Maybe he was just scared. You are
Well,
a little weird looking.
I did
Right.
attack him first,
I'm
so
running in a different direction.
I didn't really give much choice in a conversation.
That's all right, I've already got it.
You just love sleeping
Yeah?
and talking.
Oh.
You just gotta like do the little scary, you know.
As you guys are like discussing with each other kind of frantically, the large metallic creature keeps approaching and then it seems to like pause for a second and then it looks at the person that you're holding in your arms and then you see it kind of like and then it says something. You're not quite, most of you aren't sure what exactly it says.
Unless it's in Slotty, I'm included in that most.
Yeah. That said, Faye and Spiart,
Oh.
you hear.
That was creepy. That made me uncomfortable.
In Elvish.
Oh.
I got it.
Oh. I'll.
It continues marching along its path.
I'll just say bye bye in Elvish. Just bye bye.
Greetings, friend. What are you doing?
It like stops for a second, looks at its.
Well, obviously.
For
he's
him,
doing great.
for him, it's like
Pretty tiny. Think it
yeah. For him, it's like this, but for you guys, it's
pretty decent. Oh my god.
yeah, yeah. He's just casually carrying this thing and
Nice.
making a delivery.
What delivery?
Delivery.
Well, yeah, but what is it?
Is
What's
it still
inside?
in Elvish?
Yeah.
It's a box.
This is all in Elvish.
Do you know what's inside the box? Who are you delivering this for?
War effort
What war effort?
What war?
Yeah, what war?
between the elves and the humans.
There hasn't been a war like that for years. When were you put here?
200 years ago.
The war's done.
The war has been gone.
Like,
It's done.
I'm a pretty good example of that because I'm like half human, half elf. Like, we're together. Like they got together, you know.
If the war's done, why do we still have boxes to deliver?
I think you're mistaking the ships for the shipwrecks.
These are shipwrecks.
He looks. It's literally just a crate, a large crate. He just turns it around and he's just like, But we get more of these every few days.
Well, does it usually crash occur during this process? Does a boat show up
Huh.
and then it leaves?
Weird.
Do you know?
You
who-
see him nod. You see him nod and shake his head and nod.
I like to imagine Slaker's just like,
But
Yeah. Yeah. Or something like that. That's pretty.
just
Elvish.
lifts up his head like.
S's, R's, L's, and lots of A's and E's. That's Elvish. Nailed it.
Do you know who is bringing these?
What's in them?
Do you mind if we take a look?
He opens it, but he doesn't like let you grab anything. Looking inside, it's like fresh rations and stuff.
Who's these rations for?
The prisoners,
What prisoners?
What prisoners?
prisoners of war.
Where?
Points at the big prison on the top of the island.
We were just there. There's no one there.
Who are you feeding?
Slaker gets up and starts sniffing.
Slaker.
Slaker?
I mean, it's not
in
fresh,
common.
but it is
Slaker down.
food.
Slaker goes back to Plankton.
Do you mind? do you mind showing us where these prisoners are? In the prison?
I wouldn't fit.
Can you guide us in the
Can
direction?
you give us like directions to it? Like write out like on a map or something?
He looks at the larger mountain and he points to the like right side of it and he goes, "There's a staircase there for the main prison."
Mm-hmm. We've been there. There's no one there.
What's in this prison that you per se? What are these prisoners? Like, what race are they? Are they still alive? Do you know?
I haven't seen them in a long time, but
Then how do you know you're feeding them?
because the crates are gone.
Now,
Maybe it's Iron Face.
well, who else is with you? Are you by yourself?
I was here with lots of elves, but they left at some point, and then it's my prerogative to keep delivering things from the dock and making sure that they're protected.
Can you show me where you're delivering these to?
He points at the big cave entrance that you guys just came out of.
I think it's Iron Face.
Do you say that in English or Elvish?
In common.
What's up? This is.
English. Everything.
Do you think this guy delivering is Iron Fist?
No, I think he's delivering to Iron Face and doesn't realize it.
Wait. Slaker pops his head up again. What?
Oh, sorry, I forgot. You don't speak Elvish. So
It's like, oh, sorry, it's like,
I like to imagine it's very like grumbly, like
yeah, exactly.
Very
It's
guttural.
like that.
Very
Well,
thro-
watch
it's a
your
very
language. I
throaty
don't know what you
language.
said, but watch your language.
Fair enough. Okay, but no, so basically this guy here thinks that the war effort is still going on between the humans and the elves and is delivering these crates. So it's not shipwrecks, they're being delivered by a ship. They're not like, it's not like a shipwreck. They're being delivered. And so he's taking these crates and he's delivering them to the cave. And someone's taking them, but he says he's delivering them for the prisoners.
How long was
But
the last shipment?
a few days ago,
How often do you get the shipments?
every few days.
Like specific time frames?
Nothing specific, just
Whenever.
as they run out.
How long does it take for it to run out?
Sometime.
Do you ever see anybody else leave the island?
Yes.
Who else leaves the island?
I don't know.
Have you seen it before?
Yes.
What does he look like?
You can see him like, you see it kind of thinking for a second, and it points at Desmond, and then it points at like Jan's shield.
He's pointing at iron, and then he's pointing at Desmond. What is Desmond?
Desmond's
He's human.
Yeah, he's human. Desmond's
So-
a mercenary. Or a hitman. Mercenary?
What side of
My
the
brain
war?
just thought of him like fulfilling a hit on a grandma to get his cookie or whatever, which is just really funny to me. That's not how that happened, but it's really funny to me.
So, were you on the human side of the war? You were
No,
fighting
with
for
the elves. Yeah, you said that earlier.
I didn't fight.
Well, who were you serving?
I served the elves.
But you see a human with iron just coming and leaving?
Iron Face.
My prerogative is the crates.
This would be a really good time to have a color change.
You don't want to.
I can't.
Oh yeah, because never mind.
Well, do you mind sharing some of your rations?
Oh, I have an idea. Because I have no clue what you've been saying. What if we hide inside the boxes and then beat that stinky, tinky Iron Face?
I mean, it's a good idea, but we said we don't want to fight.
He grabs the box a little bit closer.
Well, if we're all in the same box, and then Iron Face opens it up, and then just single punches inside the box, as soon as he opens it, because only a few of us can fit in there at the same time.
So we're all in a different box when we wait for him to go to sleep.
Oh.
Presuming he doesn't open one of them up and take
Or he
rations out, because he says that he brings shipments in when there's food that are needed. How many boxes do you get for the few days?
4 or 5, roughly. Well, I mean,
Still trying to go.
smaller, but they're
Same
heavy.
boat? Or
Some of them are
she
really
asked
heavy
that.
duty.
But who's delivering them is the question.
Do you say that in English?
Yeah, common.
I think what we need to do is scout here for the couple nights, and then we'll need to see the boat and stampede the boat and take over and see who's on it.
Are you saying that in common?
Yeah.
Is it the same boat every time?
Well, we can always figure out who's shipping it from the captain.
Is it the same boat every time?
I'll repeat that in Elvish. Yeah.
If it helps, there were 2 people I don't know who were breaking in the other day.
What did they look like?
Points at Toes and points at Jan.
God damn it, you two.
You just see him point at you and point at Jan. This large metallic creature.
He's under my arms.
Glowing green a little bit.
What's going on here?
Did you guys
Do you-
recently break into a boat?
We didn't bring you to a boat. We were in the shack.
Do you make contact with this boat every time? Like, do you see them, say
Don't
hi?
Yeah.
Okay.
What she said. I interpret. I translate it.
I see a little of the boat, but I'm usually in the warehouse at that time because I stack the crates that they deliver.
What do you say?
I understand that he just stays in the warehouse when they usually get delivered. He doesn't really see much. Everybody sees a little of it.
Okay.
The only person on the boat would be another one of my own.
And that's not. And you know that for a fact. There's only one more of you on the boat.
I don't know if there's more. I know there's one on the boat who delivers the crates.
What if we chill out and then hide on him because he's so big, and then we see the boat and we can go after the boat?
I feel like there's consent issues there.
Well, I think he's
What is consent?
giving approval of allowing yourself to go on to somebody else.
Thank you.
I can.
Well,
That was a
Yeah.
rough definition.
Approval to allow yourself to get onto someone else.
It goes in hand with spotting.
Yeah, like Waterworld, when you like sign consent form. Alright, you got free access.
We are now allowed to get onto you.
Enjoy the slide while you can.
You know we will.
That's just getting weird.
We're gonna call it Waterworld for nothing. We're bound to get wet.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Get out!
Honk, honk.
Kick 'em up,
I like calling him Teen Kingdom. That makes it sound sort of racist.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
The large metallic creature looks at the lot of you and just kind of looks at his prey. He's like, "Can I continue?"
Can you actually help us?
Within my prerogative,
What's your prerogative?
to deliver these crates.
Yeah.
Well, do you have to return these crates back to the dock?
Is that Elvish?
He just shakes his head now.
Yeah, it's Elvish.
Oh, for the context, you just see him go.
Ah!
Okay.
Shakes
What if
the
we?
head.
I like your idea of waiting for the boat to come.
But I'm
It'll be a
wondering,
few days though.
do you attack on top of delivering? Are you set to defend if need be?
I protect the crates,
So no one touch a crate.
Where do
By the way, I
Don't
don't.
touch a crate.
but I don't kill. I bring them in for prisoners.
Where do the extra crates go? What'd you say?
Good times.
Technically, it's not Definitely.
Good times
It
at
almost
restaurant.
sounds like
Yeah.
I'm basically the warden to these quote unquote
Like
prisoners.
burgers?
I think the warden is defending the prisoners from rescue. So
And maybe is that why he's chasing us so much?
that's probably why he's chasing us.
Oh, he probably thinks we're escaped prisoners.
So we're speaking this in common.
Yeah.
So what if we go in as prisoners?
And we can see what's happening.
But then we're gonna be stuck.
I mean, true, but I mean, Slaker wants to defeat him.
Oh, he's dead. Not yet, but he
Yeah, I
will
can't
be.
come to the phone right now.
Why?
Why? 'Cause it's. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Well, I see how he is programmed to defend this place.
What is programmed?
Oh shit.
Programmed.
Alright, I need help with this one.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
shit.
thinking. I like to
Are
think
you
you're
looking
looking
at
at
the
program.
someone-
Are you, wait,
is-
Are you looking at the definition, or are you just thinking of what to say?
Thinking of what to say.
Okay. I'm like, if you look up the definition, you can roll int and then just recite that.
We like to get funny ones.
Program.
What's the fun of that?
Is assigning a permanent task to a machinery, object, or slave.
Slave. I like to think they're more like
I mean, practically
Guidelines.
programmed.
pre-programmed. You know, like they
Brainwashing.
Yeah, basically. Brainwashers.
The definition goes as follows. Oh shit. Assigning a permanent task to a slave. Brainwash.
Yeah, brainwash.
Well, this is really quick.
That's racist about the definition.
So,
So what do we want to do? Do we want to wait for the boat? Do we want to become a prisoner and figure out what's happening with the
Well,
line?
first, I want fresh food.
Well, then go hunt.
I want to kill.
Then go hunt. You'll be able to get fresh food and you'll be able to kill.
Where's the kid in reference
No.
do not touch that child.
Next to the Dragonborn.
to me? On the other side or on
Yeah.
my side?
No, he's staying away from you. Are you kidding? That's just by default now. He's trying to eat his toes, and he likes his toes.
I like
His mom
this
counts
too.
them every day.
Cute.
Can we investigate how this object, this tall iron figure,
The metallic guy?
Yeah. How does he work? How does he?
What is he? Is my
Ooh,
question.
ooh! Can I have a ride along? Ask him if I can ride with him just to see what he does, and then he can bring me back here.
Well, we already know what he does.
But, just ask him.
I'll translate that for him.
You get to make sure to get the part, okay?
It's a little bit more electronic, like.
Kind of adorable.
Well, if he's electronic, that means here's electricity and
Well,
must be a battery source.
electricity. Yeah.
There has to be a source to how he functions.
So ask him for a ride along, ride along, ride along.
Ooh, that was fun.
But there's no guarantee that you'll be splitting up the party.
Just ask him. You wanna come with? I'll take the kid.
Do not touch this kid.
You can fill me in.
Oh yeah. Probably should.
You're really speaking in common.
Yeah, we have been. Like she doesn't.
Not the golem to the others, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've heard everything you've said.
But not to him.
About the big guy who knocked unconscious like a day ago.
This isn't the same guy that knocked you out.
It's the same guy. Nobody was there. The only person that can corroborate is also unconscious, correct?
I asked him if he attacked. He's not allowed to attack.
So now we're just
Ask him
taking
for
the
a ride
word
along.
of a big old guy.
As you like point at the crate, he like pulls it a little tighter to him.
I
He
think
like watches you
Joel,
closer.
Did you steal anything from his crates?
Yeah. I
That's
didn't
why.
take anything. We just opened up one to see what was
Yeah,
in it.
don't
You
touch
were-
his crates.
Don't touch his crates.
He's very protective of his
Oh yeah,
crates.
very cool.
Ask him for a ride
Glad to
along.
know this information
I translated.
after. So is he cool?
Yeah, he's adorable. He's
He's-
like a little pet.
Nice.
He's programmed.
Wait a minute.
He's a butler.
Yeah, he's basically a robot.
He's a robot butler.
Robot.
Okay. To whom? So he's a robot butler to Iron Face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're in like that's what we're thinking.
Because this is a giant.
So
prison.
basically what we're thinking is Iron Face is like the warden of these prisoners, and he's trying to like keep them in the island, in the prison, and so us escaping, that's why he's attacking us.
Yeah, those ghosts that me and Zion saw were prisoners here.
Yeah.
They're dead, so.
So there's no other
Yeah.
prisoners but us.
So we've already been a prisoner.
Yeah.
Scratch out that one.
Yeah, somebody's using
I
the
like to
notepad.
imagine you written in blood on your own palm. Just scratching yourself.
Well, you haven't said much. What do you have to say?
I think he's in the same boat. He doesn't know.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't speak Elvish.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Well, from everything that we have mentioned,
Secondhand hearing.
from secondhand hearing,
I'm sorry that sometimes I like to be useful.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't speak Italian.
Well, maybe you should get on it.
well, anyways, what
It's not
are your
Italian,
names?
shit.
I've met you.
I'm King Wenceslas.
Boss, and what's your name?
Captain
Dion.
Robert.
Zion?
Slap your side of the head really lightly.
So, can I, in Elvish, can I finish
Oh, yeah,
delivery?
yeah.
I have
Ask
more.
him for a ride along.
He points at the warehouse. I have more to
Shoot.
deliver.
So in Elvish, I'll be like, so my friend here would like to ride along with you and go to the warehouse with you.
She's allowed to follow.
You're allowed to follow. I say in common.
On.
Nope, not on.
No consent.
No consent.
Okay, can she ride on you?
No.
Alright, that's definitely
No
no.
consent.
I say program.
Alright, thank you. I say in Elvish.
Starts walking.
Follow him.
Just gonna let this dude go, or?
So are we following him?
We got our very large scout following you.
Okay.
That's it.
If it's not on, I'm not following.
You should never trust him to do things like that. Like Slaker's like.
Well,
He disappears
think
into
the-
the entrance of the cave.
Unless Slaker wants to do things.
he's just gonna be right back out anyways. He's-
Yeah. I
there's
mean,
no-
he has a few to deliver.
So I think what we need to do is set up a base camp away from the dock, then at each night, wait, summon scouts, and see if there's a boat coming, and then we'll ambush the boat in the middle of the night.
I like that.
Hinata looks at Spiarte and he kind of like tugs her shirt and he's just like, "Oh, like my mom and dad want me to be back home.
Well,
Should I just go with Dorothy or
We could
What about
find
we also don't know where Dorothy is.
I could take the kid home.
No.
I don't want to go.
What if we have Zion take the kid home, along with all the unconscious BBs, along with whoever else wants to go, and
Yeah,
people
I'll
who
go now.
stay can ambush the next boat, because we do need to get the kid home and the other people treated, because they are kind of real fucked right now.
we don't have any way of going home.
We can find Dorothy.
Dorothy is coming back, but there's still time for us to scout this next boat.
I don't know where Dorothy is.
Yeah, is she coming from that dock, or is she coming from a different side of the island?
She dropped us off.
Does she
Where
have
did we
fresh
drop
food?
her off again?
On the other side of the island.
She might have
Yeah,
us to-
so, I mean, we can, I know it's a bad idea, but we can always split up again.
We already agreed we're not splitting up.
At that, Slaker's gonna go leave and start looking for food.
Thank you, Slaker.
Okay, are you fishing?
No, I'm looking for those hogs.
You're having a hard time.
The illusion.
the illusionary, the distant, the ever hidden sandhogs of the beach.
I'll also, at some point, give up and start fishing.
Okay.
Well, this isn't getting anywhere quick.
Why don't we have some people stake this out, and then other people go to the other side? Like, yeah, we're splitting up, but we can do an even split of strength.
I'm gonna go find Dorothy with the reinforcements.
And we can take the
Not
injured.
least.
Spiart, do you want to find Dorothy too then?
I think that's our best bet.
Okay, let's do that then.
I'll take you back home.
How are we gonna carry all the unconscious people if there's only like some of us going to find Dorothy?
We could do it as like a trade.
So we're all going to find Dorothy?
We can all go, and then some of us will come back and watch the island. Because I mean, we do have like several days, like a week.
Slater! Come back here.
Did I catch any fish?
Roll survival. I'm gonna say at advantage for frog.
Wow, frogist.
And she's blue. That helps.
13.
13? You managed to get one or two like decent sized trout.
I come back, munching on one and picking my teeth with its bones. Now, what's up?
Alright, we're gonna.
She's gone gangster.
Got so much
What's up?
marble since
We're
she's
gonna-
come to this plane.
It's freaking what is it, Killmonger and Black Panther?
I think the best bet is if we
Sup, cuz?
find Dorothy, and then we'll load up the unconscious, and then we'll stick Hinata on the boat, and
With
we'll-
Slaker.
with not
No,
Slaker.
With not Slaker.
No Slakers allowed on this boat with Hinata. Or any children.
Shut up.
Period. I'm sorry. No more children killing.
I haven't killed any children.
Is that the bird?
Yep. It's the bird.
So we're gonna get Twiggy to safety, and
Okay.
we're gonna get your friends to safety, and so they can recover.
Child is friend, not food.
Child is friend, not food.
That's why I said it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Fire Golem just starts walking
And then-
fast. Continuing his route. Great.
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
It's actually pretty soft on the sand. It's when he's in the cave that you kind of barely hear a.
Is that what we were hearing before?
Should we have to stick with that dude? Just like a bodyguard?
I mean, we know where he's going.
What's that do for us? As far as protection.
We can get these guys at least in a safe spot. So maybe
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
find some sort of shelter instead
We'll
of
prioritize. We'll find out where the crates are going later.
Can we take the hog route?
Seems.
Sure.
I'll pick up Jan and start walking. Which way is the hog route?
Don't look at me, you made it up.
Where's the fun?
Pierre doesn't know where the
Okay.
road is.
Around the beach.
Spirit told me where it's at. Let me introduce some volunteer information. Back by the boat. Near
My
the
insight
harbor.
was a nat 20.
Nice. Roll deception.
Well, it always pays off.
See, when it doesn't
No, but
matter.
it's a nat 1. So there you have it. So yeah.
Clearly, he's trying to keep the best hogs to himself.
I'm gonna walk over, pretending to believe you, and as soon as I get close enough, I'm gonna slap you.
We all love slapping toes.
My hogs!
Right. Cool. Spiari, you want to tell them yourself?
Yeah, just follow me and we'll go on this hog trail.
Okay,
Yeah.
he's gonna get us
What are
lost.
you rolling?
I don't know.
The old hog trail
I'm trying to make sure this thing stays moving.
totally exists and does not deserve. It promotes non-violence. But you know, what can you? Do you know if hogs run away
Can I
from
punch him
violence?
again? I'm gonna punch him this time.
And it's just that boy just talking just like her until we get her proper food.
You know, not speaking is something that's
Do I need to
difficult.
roll to punch?
Are you dealing damage?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
now you need to roll the punch.
Roll for key. What do I do
Toes, what's your AC?
here? I think it's like
19.
12.
Yeah, you punch him.
Alright, yeah, that's okay. Give it
2.
You take full damage.
Oh my god. No, I'm just kidding. What the hell?
My hogs! My hogs.
You can have the hogs, I'm not gonna eat the hogs. Put the claws away.
I'll start laughing.
Ha!
I like that it went
Adorable.
from Freddy Krueger to Wolverine.
That's kind of what I'm going for.
Adorable.
I don't regret the company I keep, ever, I swear.
That's disgusting.
So where are you guys going then?
Let's walk alongside the beach on the shoreline onto the
Left or right?
left.
To the left?
Yeah.
Alright, that's where Toes pointed. Womp womp. Alright, so you're walking along. You don't even need a roll perception because eventually you kind of widely past the edge of the skull of Skull Island, where you can kind of see there's a faint stairway, and then eventually you can kind of see onto the edge of the shoreline. There appears to be a pretty sizable boat.
Well, shit.
There it is, Hog City.
Just like I guarantee you, there's hogs on that boat.
Roll deception.
Hog in the space, hog in the different hogs.
15.
Do you know what the word guarantee means?
Probably not.
I'm out of water.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Plus 4. 22 plus 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 14.
So
And it's check, so you get your bonus.
I don't have deception check.
Oh, deception.
So what is it between the two of you?
I got 15.
I got
15 and 14? Okay.
Would you be willing
So,
to
yeah.
out of boat for him?
What next break?
You guarantee?
Yeah.
What is guarantee?
Agreement.
I'm assuming everyone is just dragging along their unconscious characters and following.
Oh yeah. We're just watching this train wreck.
What is guarantee?
Get him in the jugular!
I am. There's an.
A promise.
Maybe I need to step in and clarify for my friend again.
Let's not. Just stay
Just
over
remember
there.
who gets hurt.
I like to think I'm all the way in the back just shouting all these things that you're just like, it's a promise! Like, get him in the jugular! Just like background.
It's a promise, basically. There's hogs on that boat. Or food.
Done.
Guarantee means promise, but he's not promising.
So, you promise there are hogs on the boat, or I can spawn you?
Depends on what definition of spawn you want to use.
But you don't do that to friends. Says Hinata quietly.
How far away is Hinata from me?
He's on the other side of the door. Try, I dare you.
Higher than 10. I'm gonna like shank him in the stomach.
Oh my fucking
No.
god, Slaker.
No spawn shank, just a shank.
Oh,
Just a
okay.
regular shank.
Right, that shield.
Yeah, you can. Roll the hit. You gotta beat his ass. See.
Gotta beat his ass.
Can I try to cast minor illusion of hogs in the distance? Like the sound of
I rolled
hogs.
a
Yeah, you can do that.
I rolled a 24.
Okay.
Oh, I hear the hogs.
For shield, it just gives you a flat +5 to whatever your AC is. So what's your AC?
+5. 12.
Yeah, so she shanks you.
So, yeah, that was for 14. Or 12 plus 5, so 17.
Faye tells the two of you roll perception. I guess Slaker roll perception at disadvantage, unless Zion's drawing attention to the hogs.
It's
Nice, I rolled good.
7.
About 20.
Alright, Faye, you notice
12.
suddenly there's hogs in the distance.
Oh my god, there are hogs in the
Wait,
distance.
I need to give you your damage. Just a sec.
How much damage I did?
Whatever she's dealing.
She's not even hearing the hogs and she go, yeah, it's hogs in the distance.
9. Alright.
I'm gonna leave my claws in his stomach and I'm gonna
Hogs in the
say,
distance.
in 2 weeks, you won't feel pain anymore.
Delicious.
I'm gonna pull my claws out and then lick the blood off of them.
Oh, hey, look, Slaker, there are hogs over there.
Oh, we're scared away, too much
Towards
violence.
some illusionary hogs in the distance. They're very still, but they are. There's a Zion. How many? Like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I was a group of 3.
Smelling the air would be what roll?
Survival.
Like, can't you just
Disadvantage
say
because
there are
you're
hogs?
next to the ocean and you just got out of the water.
Same roll, 12.
12. At this distance, it'd be kind of hard to smell them.
So, how did the spawn exactly work?
She said that it was not a spawning roll.
She was just.
For purposes
messing
of the
with you.
game, it's not a spawning roll, but Spiart should believe that it was a spawn.
So he
So I'd have to
should
roll
be
deception,
freaking
wouldn't
out
you?
right now. Yeah.
That's why I said in 2 weeks you won't feel pain anymore.
So, yeah, roll deception because you're trying to make him believe that. And then you roll insight to.
22.
22. What the fuck?
I rolled a 17. I'm modded in deception.
Okay.
That's pretty bad. It's
10, 11.
Nope. You believe you're gonna be spawned.
Well, nice knowing all ya.
Do we believe it? We have to roll for that.
I don't really.
I mean, if you want
I
to.
don't really care all that much. I'm okay.
Was that perception?
Perception.
That'd be insight. Honestly, I would even consider doing that at advantage because you guys know Slaker. She's not spawned a single thing that you've known.
Slaker has spawning issues. Kind of like daddy issues. It's an Oedipus complex.
Wow.
Well then. We really went there, didn't we?
That's what
Okay, yeah.
So I'm at 20.
Oh, it's 21.
Plus
Oh,
the-
Just one short.
so it's one short.
You stupid.
You don't think it's true, but you're not certain.
It like was pretty sellable as far as like the execution.
It's sellable, but do you believe it?
You saw blood in my eyes, not just from his stomach gushing out.
Those are hogs, by the way.
I feel like we should really like treat that wound, guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, you see a boat in the distance.
Cream.
With hogs on it.
No, the hogs are the other direction.
Yeah,
I'm
it's like you're
assuming,
just
right, Zion?
ignoring them.
I'm gonna disperse them.
The hogs start like moving in other directions and then they fade because it's bigger than a 5-foot box.
Paper.
The hogs disappear.
Alright, there may not be hogs on the boat, but
Really misty over there.
there probably is people, which I'm fine with you killing the people on the boat.
Unless it's Dorothy.
Unless it's Dorothy.
Yeah, it could be Dorothy. What the?
I'm dead in a few days anyways. So
22 weeks. Oh, sorry.
22 weeks.
Let me think about my state.
I
Right? It
I got
takes 2
2
weeks
weeks.
to respond?
Roughly. It depends on the HP of the creature, if I'm correct.
Better
So, you wouldn't technically know, but yeah, sure, 2 weeks. Why not? Yellow.
So I'm gonna be dead anyway, so you can kill anything as long as it's not Dorothy.
Don't think too much on it there, okay? Just don't think too much on there.
I'm sure somebody can make it better at the town.
Spawn when it's done.
Well, that's assuming that, like, somebody can't get at it.
Yeah, even then she's probably no.
I don't know. There's
It's
ways
fine.
to despawn things.
Can I caramelize my
We
wounds
just have to
with-
like scrub him from the inside out.
Wait,
That's
I
all.
don't have fire.
I'd be down for that, then you can eat him.
Big like
Slaker, no.
big legal thing.
Yeah, like this.
Oh, yeah.
There's
So
not
what are
a
you guys
legal
doing?
consequence. I'm gonna start dragging Twiggy towards the boat.
Okay?
Wait, with spawn?
Also, no
Because you're
consent
not-
again.
No. Because it's not happening.
Parasite.
Just for
So no.
spawn.
Well,
It's not happening. You think it's happening, but it's not happening, so no. It is not a poison, because it was not a spawning
I'm
roll.
saying, is it technically because it acted?
No, No. because it's not poison.
It's
Nothing
nothing's
There is
happening.
no poison, so you're not resistant. So you don't have to deal with it.
Alright, whatever.
Don't worry about it.
How dare you?
It was only a matter of time. It's the loaded gun.
I showed you a video on this.
On what? On spawning?
No. That's some
I like
context
to imagine
missing.
it's like that
No,
frog that
I
keeps
sent you a link about
baby's eggs inside
whatever.
its back.
Anyway.
Just like,
I don't remember.
How about we just go to the boat,
Yep.
yeah, let's go to the boat, guys.
shove and go?
I was like,
First
hey,
one
you're
Don't talk to me like that, boy.
Playing with evil characters.
First one there
Here's
doesn't
a
get
link there.
stabbed.
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch it?
Start dragging Twiggy a little faster.
Literally, the whole end is a rant on PvP.
I don't got much, so might as well get stabbed and just go on.
That's why I didn't actually spawn.
Well, you still stabbed him.
And you punched him.
Okay, he dared me,
I
and he
did.
lied to my face.
Yeah, when is that
Okay.
been a problem?
If I wanted to kill him, I could, but it's not killing him. Don't worry about
Anyway, what are you guys doing?
Running to the boat.
Okay, cool. You're running to the boat. Hey, look, it's Dorothy.
Dorothy, hey!
It's just Dorothy.
Oh,
What
crap.
the f- Dorothy, thought you were gonna get back up. Do you know Iron Face literally knocked all of us unconscious?
Do you know that not a lot of people are receptive to...
Yeah, fighting big monsters that knock people unconscious.
Well, I was going to say helping out some stranger who apparently is on some godforsaken quest to get himself killed and is trying to help friends in the dead of the night. Apparently this town doesn't care about people. Anyway.
No, yeah, you're totally
Dorothy.
right, Dorothy. But like, nice. I like the rant.
Dorothy, would you clarify something, by the way, with your third eye?
Hmm?
This boy thinks he's been spawned. Do that.
No, we don't need to worry about that
I'm
right
gonna
now.
wink. I'm gonna wink at Dorothy. Just be like,
Yeah, like, don't worry about it, Dorothy. We don't need to worry about it
For
right
the
now. We just,
camera,
need to
that
worry about,
was-
we just need to worry about the unconscious people,
Yeah, for all
not the
times,
spawn.
For all the times you shut me down.
All the time.
I'm just gonna smack toes inside the head again.
What's the abuse today?
My glasses.
being an idiot.
I
That
can't
was
see
stuck
with
on
my
the
glasses.
Okay,
So
I
this
really
is
need
the
to
elusive
pee.
Dorothy.
Hey, not the time.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, I see Hanada's fine. she says, avoiding the entire conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, for a second, I really got pee. I'm
Dorothy,
sorry.
you didn't know favors.
So this is Dorothy.
This is Dorothy. You don't know Dorothy?
I don't know Dorothy.
But you
Hanada
know
knows
the boy.
Dorothy.
What are you doing following boys around?
Hanada mentioned Dorothy as somebody for
Somebody.
as the person that encouraged him to go to find Old Iron Face as part of the quest.
Old guy.
Figure out what's going on with Skull Island.
Do I know this?
Where in the fuck am I lost?
As a character?
I don't know. Does he know that
What?
information you just gave?
What information?
That Dorothy.
You know.
Yeah,
you by proxy?
Hinata would have told you that.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Dorothy.
Oh, so this is the Lucy Dorothy.
Ah, nice to meet you. You're friends with Hinata, right?
Yeah.
Shake your hand.
I'm a long family friend of it.
Perfect. So,
Also dead in 2 weeks.
I'm also done.
Clear it up.
I don't know what
I'm
you're
gonna
talking
get
about.
spawned, so.
This is some horse's ass.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, how are the ghosts, by the way?
They're fine. They're on the
So,
mainland. They're somewhere, I'm sure.
So can we take Hinata
They're
back to town and get him back to
yes,
his parents?
yes. I would be more than happy. to
And we
help
got
with
a
that.
couple unconscious that we need to load up.
Okay. Yeah. I can see there's a couple of you guys, and then we're grabbing the rest of the ghosts, right?
Yeah. I don't. One of them left.
You're in the unconscious.
You've got the purple one in there. I can see you staying.
I didn't know. You didn't know you returned. That's not
That was you picking up the purple shelf.
It's just. That's like a character.
Okay.
I was like, I was unaware.
You wouldn't have any medical supplies, would you?
Yes, I did manage to get some of those. I have a couple of potions. They look like they're okay, but it looks like there might be a couple of ghosts in them
In
for
the
the ones that are
potions?
unconscious.
Oh, in the bodies.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I managed to get 2 potions, and I got like a first aid kit of sorts. That's what I was able to kind of scrounge up last minute in the middle of the night.
Will these potions wake up the unconscious?
No, well, if it was because they're hurt, but it looks like they've got someone else in there that's keeping them asleep.
So ghosts.
Yes.
Like, how can we get rid of these ghosts?
Well, I just ferried a bunch of them last night to the mainland.
This could be their way of taking a hostage back, seeing how we took them as hostage for a little bit. It's just a long thing. I kept them in my body for a while because I wanted them as like evidence and make sure the ghosts weren't they're gonna help us or not leave without helping us. It's fine. We'll just give the ghosts back. You can take them on the ship, all of them, including the big purple one. Because I'd rather
Okay.
have somebody get off this island, alive or dead, than not at all.
Well, okay.
If it means anything, we could split up the party. You all can go back into town, and I'll stay behind and figure out this boat. And if you want, you can come back in a couple of weeks and pick me back up.
But you don't have that time.
Well, within a week and 6 days, check
Uh,
back, and I'll give you some information.
Where's your doctor?
Dorothy says, "Okay, I can certainly run them back," and then goes to shake your hand. You see like a little bit of glow of purple go out of his arm and into hers. You didn't see that? Never mind. Third eye. Sorry. Anyway, are you rolling?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I think it's a nervous tick of his at this point.
I have to fidget. I can't.
I'm the same way. Why do you think I sit on the ottoman? I just rock the entire night.
Rock the
Literally.
So if anyone wants to go back, so you can go find food back out of town.
wait.
I am not leaving until I annihilate.
Well, do you want to stay with me?
Before, just to
What is kinky?
gonna have your child anyways.
Dorothy is standing on the edge of the boat and is just like, so if we're loading the unconscious ones, we should go ahead and get that going. Do you guys have more? No, like what did you figure out about Iron Face?
Well, he's strong.
He's very strong. He's very
He's massive.
scary. He's kind of an ass.
But this island, though,
It's very interesting.
it has a long history, and evidently this was a lost
More
POW island.
I knew it was a prison during the war, but I didn't know it was for POW specifically. That's definitely interesting. She's taking notes.
There was as a town's watchman, I could recognize this was not exactly the ideal place. This place hasn't been visited by anything since the war, except for one other. And
One other? What do you mean?
well, we asked this giant iron figure.
Oh, like a golem?
I would presume so.
Okay.
And he's delivering food and rations to this island, and the boat occasionally comes to the island and delivers crates.
So wait, is the Iron Golem Iron Face or
No.
No.
no?
Two different people.
The-
Basically, the Iron Golem delivers to Iron Face.
That's what we presume.
Yeah, and we think basically Iron Face is like the pseudo warden of this island.
Although
Keeps people on it.
Wait, but that wouldn't make any sense. Iron Face has only been here for like 20 or 30 years. War would have happened way before that.
Well, there was a human who came to the island that when you asked him who else has been on this island, he pointed to a human over here and the shield.
For who's been here recently?
Yeah.
And so we think right now
So that would probably be
he's like the newest addition to this island, but there's no one else here.
Yeah, that's what doesn't add up though, because this should have been abandoned because of the war. Because that would have been.
But yet the Iron Golem is still working.
Mm.
And
So
still
who-
getting
still
delivered.
So who provides the shipments?
Where
We're
we
gonna
haven't
find
figured
that
that out yet. We
out.
had to get rid of our unconscious first before we figured that out.
And so I'm going to stay here a couple days, and if you could come back after a couple days, I'm going to scope that boat and see who's bringing food and rations back to this island, and see if we can't stop these shipments from happening.
Okay, the shipments. New question with Iron Face. Did you have an encounter with it, or
We all had a little bit of an encounter.
It's just a little bit.
I was directly punched by him.
Yeah, I was too.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was knocked out in one hit. It's
What did
fine.
Iron
Now
Face
that's
look like?
pathetic.
He had a giant iron face.
Yeah, but like more specifically, what was
It's too dark to see him.
Yeah, he was really tall, but like not that big.
Is fast.
Very
Anvil?
fast.
Taller, anvil.
Easily distracted.
What was the anvil? Was
Kind
it
of-
was that?
It was
Literally
his head.
Okay, cool. So that matches up.
Yeah, and then he was very fast. He also he seemed very stupid, kind of like a bull.
Easily
like,
distracted.
yeah, kind of like a bull.
Okay.
We're not sentient.
Well, maybe perhaps
stupid.
that human that came
Didn't
to this
talk.
island reawoke in the warden.
Maybe Iron Face. Yeah, maybe Iron Face is just like the.
Cover up.
So the tall, like a bull, like very
Stupid.
stupid. Iron head. When you guys encountered him, was it like immediate? Was it what were the circumstances?
Well, he was chasing us.
Yeah,
And-
but what before chasing? What happened? Did you just open a door and he ran at you, or?
Yeah, I was drunk for part of that. Just, so, you'll have to ask him.
Okay, there's wine on there.
Who cares about the wine?
We have rations. That's important.
No, and rations.
What?
Elvish wine.
Nothing.
So-
I think it was left over from the war effort. But no, there was a potion gone wrong. Just ignore that part.
Potions. Where were the potions at?
No, it
That's
was
Desmond.
it was a different thing. It had nothing to do with
Desmond's
the
an
island.
Okay.
alcohol, yeah.
Okay, so that has to do with the two that I don't know. Okay, and then who are these two?
Old friends.
Desmond, old friend of ours, mercenary,
Great guy.
was looking for this. Is he still purple?
What?
Yeah, his
No.
forehead. Okay. Looking for-
No, the forehead bash person. The purple dissipated when you picked him.
Okay, so yeah, forgot about that.
Okay.
Four.
Okay, so Desmond's part of the mercenary group, and he's here
The
for
forehead guy. We don't know anything about him. I don't know.
for elf. Okay. What was it? Just a rescue thing? Was the
I think
elf
so.
here?
We were rescuing
Okay, actually I do remember. Desmond, elf dude left on his own to figure out what's going on here as sort of like a, no, I think he was getting weapons maybe? Something
Okay.
for his mercenary work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then obviously ran into Ironface, was knocked unconscious, and then Desmond was sent to retrieve his friend who'd been missing for a while.
Okay. And so essentially we had the elf guy show up here, then we had Desmond show up here, you and Hanada showed up. Did you guys pull up just fine, or
We got hit,
you got hit?
and then
So that must have been Iron Face then. We didn't end up getting hit on our way here.
Either time.
No.
what time of day did you arrive?
Well, the first time we were heading out a little bit after you guys did, and then the second time, I mean, I was coming up in the light of day. But it was starting to get a little bit darker as we approached the first time, and that's when I dropped points at everybody that isn't Hanada and the mercenaries. That's when we dropped all of them off.
What side of the island did you come in on?
I don't remember, I was below deck.
Well, that's helpful. Hinata,
He was next to me.
what side of the island did you come in on?
Well, we came from like the town side, but I don't remember much after that because when we were pulling up in the water, then there's a loud crashing noise and there was like a shark in the water, and then it was dark, and then we woke up, and then you were trying to like stab Spjart.
Okay, thank you,
and then-
Hinata.
And Twiggy was there. She's nice. I like Twiggy.
Forgot you about to chop my head off.
Fresh.
So it sounds like you guys were pretty busy bumping into each other. So the golem was at the warehouse place, and then that's just flips through other notes that she actually wrote. So that would be when. So the golem was at the warehouse, and then you and Jan were knocked out with that.
Correct,
So the
you-
golem knocked you guys out because.
Presumably.
He touched the crate.
Yeah,
Don't touch the crates.
Okay, don't touch the crates.
Don't touch the
Iron Golem is
Don't.
there to deliver
We
crates.
never
and
did ask
protect
his
them.
name, did we? What if he has another name besides Iron Golem? Wow, it's so rude of us.
Yeah, it's kind of bad. No. Most golems are usually unnamed because they're just
You
kind of
could
meant
ask
to.
the name. Who knows? Maybe he was named. It's just
It's possible. Okay, so that's what happened with that, and then the two of you guys, I have notes that you guys fell into the water and there was a bunch of sharks. Following that was you nearly drowned, but you were with Jan. The two of you bumped into the ghosts, then went back. Is that when you guys ran into Iron Face?
Yeah. Pretty
Okay.
much immediately.
Okay, so that's when all of you guys ran into Iron Face. Just kind of like start sorting through notes. So where was Iron Face at in the prison? Was it in like
In the nose.
Of the skull. The nose of the skull. Front line.
in the cave?
Yeah.
There's like a big room with many bathrooms.
What?
Just go with it.
Well, wait, hold on. With
There was fresh meat, but then
do you
they
mean
became
like
friends.
the prison cell area?
No.
Like a house almost.
Like a house.
A big nest with many doors and lots of bathrooms.
Okay, more like prison with just like watch tower next to it.
With
Kind of
lots of
like-
bathrooms.
With lots of bathrooms, food areas, cafeteria there. So.
Okay, so there's the main courtyard, and then underneath it's the like all the different cells, and then the cafeteria place, and then that's it. And then it's the cave.
Well, the cave is the entrance.
The cave is the entrance, and then you guys were fighting him, or he was charging at you guys and chasing you around the cafeteria part
Yeah.
with the prison cells surrounding, right?
I don't know anything about the prison cells.
Y'all want to know if we should come over.
Yes. So you guys went into the cave and found a path that goes up to the prison cells where the cafeteria part of it is. So it's just the like metal bars and
No, there were doors and beds and bathrooms and a secret bathroom, a second bathroom. A big hall. I think that's what you call it. Hall, right? That's what when we go into the big church, there's a hall. Lots of doors. It's very confusing. Oh, and
Wait,
a
I don't-
staircase and wine.
okay, that's not normal.
Up the nose, there's wine.
But I mean, this.
So wait, is there a separate part with more beds?
More prisoners, more cells.
Doors.
But not metal like
No.
bars.
No. Rooms. Is that it? Rooms? Is that what you call it? Rooms?
I guess.
Rooms. Hall. It's a big hall with lots of rooms and bathrooms and doors and beds, and there was wine and there was a staircase.
So what's in the rooms then? So one of
Beds.
them's got beds, one of them's a bathroom. What are the other rooms?
Wine and a staircase. Well, the staircase is outside, and then like under the staircase.
He looks at Dorothy looks at the three of you guys. So are there more rooms? Did you guys end up seeing or writing down what those ones were? Or?
But if you go up the staircase, there's a bigger room with like really tiny windows that you can't jump out of. But I'd go outside.
They had a forge.
What?
Hallways.
Yeah, a forge.
Yeah.
Just a lone forge, or
I didn't really look around too much mid combat.
well, but, is it just the one forge by itself, like in its own room? Is it like a workshop? Is it?
Could have been a workshop. Had a lot of tools in it. Forge kind of in the corner of the room.
That's weird. That's very weird. She. Okay, yeah. As she's looking at the lot of you guys, she looks at Hinata and just kind of like eyes him for a second and goes, Hinata, what are you holding? And Hinata looks back and pulls out like a small hammer with a bunch of like porous holes in it. And it's just like, I found it. Hands it over, and Dorothy kind of grabs it and goes, where did you find this? And Hinata's like, well, there was a place, but there was like more hammers and stuff, and then there was like a big fireplace, and then there's like tables and like tongs and spoons and forks and stuff, and that's where I found the hammer.
Now
thing.
this isn't the same place. That's not the same place.
Where is it?
Is it the same?
That sounds familiar to you. But
Yeah.
the rest of you guys wouldn't know.
I just showed up with a hammer.
Yeah, there was a forge, a bunch of tools.
There's a
Started
lot of
at one point.
enchantments on this hammer. Like,
Cool stuff.
well, it's something with speech. There, it looks like it's got some kind of like mood altering effect.
Oh, that's it. That's it. That's why. Right, you don't eat children. That's all it is.
What?
You okay?
Are you okay?
You never touched the hammer.
I'm sorry. What did
Don't
so
ask.
Iron Face has an anvil for a head,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and so she like flips through notes and then looks at the hammer. Did you ever put this in the anvil? Because it looks like, and she like shows a diagram. There's on the top of an anvil. There's a hammer that you keep in the anvil for when you're forging and stuff. You just take it out and smack, and then put it back in its kind of holster.
Well, we didn't know that he had the hammer.
And
Well, I didn't know
No, I
this.
didn't know.
was not aware of this.
Wasn't looking
Yeah,
intently
so-
at
Yeah,
the
we
boy.
lost him. He
Yeah,
ran
I
away.
didn't see
Yeah,
Iron Man's
we did.
face to be an anvil to begin with.
Yeah, he was
This guy's
knocked out.
got no
I don't
eyes.
even know what that is.
I pretty much got nailed right away and almost died.
It was pretty pathetic.
Okay. Well, let's get the unconscious on board, and then we can sort this out more in a bit. You guys can maybe figure out the shipment stuff, or we can go to town and try to figure out more things. But let's get these guys on, and she takes her
I
glasses
just kind
off.
of flop yawn on there.
Can I take the hammer though?
Sure.
Don't lose it.
I could take it if you trust me more.
How's your mood?
What?
Oh, wait a minute, never mind.
She didn't hit me with it.
No, you're good. I thought so. Is Hanada acting suspiciously to you?
Yes.
Not
He would talk to me.
right now.
That's the,
Not
now
saying
that's
you-
understandable.
Not as just the boy.
Right, nothing suspicious. He wasn't acting out of character.
No.
No.
Okay, we'll see that the hammer didn't alter his mood. It's supposed to alter somebody else's.
Supposed to
Well,
alter
it's
Iron
enchantment. I
Face's.
don't think anyone hit Hanada with a hammer
Oh,
though.
you're both smart.
He's gonna go put that hammer.
into the anvil. Maybe he'll disappear.
Yeah, exactly.
Or he'll become calm
It's
and
logical.
not murdery. But that
That's
means
my
we have to
plan.
get close enough to
Right.
Iron Face
Oh,
to
do it.
do that.
Partway into loading the unconscious onto the boat, she kind of points off in the distance and goes, he didn't happen to look like that, did he?
Oh God.
Should we-
We all
And in the
comically
distance,
turn around.
yeah, in the distance, you can see old Iron Face is walking out from the nose of the Skull Cave, and is kind of like walking in your direction, and you see with the very thin expression, you see its eyes just kind of like narrow for a second, and then it kind of scans over the lot of you standing beside. He sees the boat and he begins to charge.
Slaker says, so he does come outside and begins digging a hole.
All right.
Do we have any heavy chains there, Dorothy, on this ship?
I'm
Not
gonna
on
pull
this
it.
boat.
God
Pull
damn
out
it,
the
Dorothy!
hammer.
All I have is a small rope.
Ah!
Okay, you pull out the hammer.
I'm gonna try charging at him and hit him with the hammer.
I'm gonna pull up my
Okay.
rapier.
Alright.
All right, what are the rest of you guys doing?
Pulling out my great axe.
Yeah, I'm pulling out my rapier, and I'm gonna
Rapiers.
kind of like cautiously walk off the boat after depositing Twiggy.
Okay.
Oh, distract him! Distract him! Do something to distract him!
I'm
Make
ready.
another boat! Make
I'm
another
still
boat!
running.
Ooh!
Closer to him!
Hide the boat!
I can only make a
running.
5 foot, 15 to 5
Now that Iron Face is
Wait,
like
wait,
out
Make a
in,
Don't attack him!
now that you can see Iron Face is like
really
out
skinny
in the
kid,
sun, you can see that
10
he's
foot long.
relatively beat up from what was happening before, but as he as he walked out, like he had a couple of like bruises and scratches and stuff, but as he saw the boat and began to charge, they like seemed to like lessen a little bit.
That's a little creepy. Don't attack him, I can charm him, guys.
Fog cloud.
I'm going to hit him with this
No,
hammer.
Wait,
no,
better
no,
idea,
no,
better idea.
no, 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 no,
This is a mood enhancement
no,
hammer.
2 things, 2-step process to getting the mood enhanced. Charm, we'll both try it.
Yeah, we can both charm him, we'll double down on it.
And we'll put the hammer in after.
Yeah, we'll put the
Or
hammer
I can
in.
hit him with this.
No,
Hammer.
no, 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 you'll put
To
it
charm.
inside the anvil.
Who
Where
said
it's
that
supposed-
has to be the way?
But
Listen,
we're
we
gonna
need
try
consent.
it.
We need to charm.
We
for
need that consent.
Look, just because you're gonna die in 2 weeks doesn't mean the rest of us have to.
Yeah,
That's my problem.
Charm.
come on.
You always have to charm.
Okay, so
You gotta do the non-violent route sometimes, especially with him. With
Not my
him.
character.
With the violent route.
Bitch.
I'm gonna
Give me that
take the
fucking
hammer
hammer.
out of your hands.
I'm already running.
Alright?
You're hiding it?
yeah, he was charging.
Oh, we know.
Yeah, I picture this whole
We're
conversation
running.
happening as we're running.
Yeah, we're all like running. We're all
Get back
running.
here!
Wait, no, you're digging a hole.
Yeah,
No, you're
we're
running.
running, trying to convince him to not attack him.
I feel like I start digging a hole, and then once they start doing something, I just follow suit.
So, just to start, because he said he runs at first, Iron Face is charging this way, Spiart charges forward, then you start digging, and then start to move after you see other people, so you move a little bit. Who else is moving? Alright,
Yeah, we're
Faye,
following
are
Stuart.
you sprinting?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Faye, you're there.
Aha.
Anada's over here.
You're not sprint.
Anada's going to the boat.
Good.
You're gonna not
Good
sprint,
idea.
but just
Charging
move?
right at the boot. Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, this is source rich.
Okay, Zion.
How far away am I from him? Feet.
Like within 100 feet, roughly.
Cool.
That's
I'm gonna
a lot.
start. And Spiart is just head on going to hit him with a hammer.
That's the strat.
That's what it looks like. He's got the small hammer and he's running at him with it.
I'm going to ready magic missile, but not shoot yet.
Okay, what are you readying it for?
For his face.
On what command will you shoot it?
Yeah.
Under what command?
What circumstance will activate for you to shoot magic missile?
If he starts attacking.
If he starts attacking, if someone hits him, if someone trips,
If I go flying.
when will you shoot the magic
We'll
missile?
just grab the hammer out of your hand.
And for context, when you ready a
It'll make it
spell,
harder to charm.
you will spend the spell slot, but if whatever the trigger is doesn't happen, the spell's
Yeah,
wasted.
probably. I
Alright.
mean, maybe we'll just leave you. You are gonna spawn
Just
in
for
like 2 weeks.
game context.
If he
You guys
takes down
don't know.
Spiart,
Oh, we know that.
I'm
We
gonna
know it's
shoot.
not gonna happen.
If he takes, if he
Yeah,
hits,
or if he hits
Fuck, I'm
Spiart,
dead anyway.
I'll
So
Okay.
might as well just hit him.
okay,
See what happens.
cool.
Just scream after him.
Anybody else
It's
doing a
fine,
thing?
it's okay.
You only you didn't dash, so you have an action.
Oh, Mary, it's just for the prep.
One time I
Just forward you.
wanted to a blue dragon in the mirror image. It was great.
Okay, cool. So now there's 4 toes.
Nice.
Well, I don't know for a tiefling. It could
One
be
of them
perfect.
short, the rest of them are tall.
Yep, 1 short toes. It's the pinky.
Yeah.
It's the pinky toe. He has a slightly red hue. They're all red. I guess slightly white hue for the red creature to make it a pinky toes. Alright, cool. Okay, so it keeps charging forward. Spiart, you can run up and hit him.
Can I do? Alright, can I hit him and then also use a
We had such a
meta
good
magic?
And he's rude.
What spell are you casting? You can only use meta magic when you cast a spell.
I'm gonna use shocking grasp.
Shocking.
Okay, so shocking grasp would be instead of hitting him with a hammer.
Oh, okay.
Because you're going like this. zap. Charlie, for shocking grasp, this is what you're doing. You have the hammer and then you go zap. That's what shocking grasp would do.
Okay, so could I shock him and then maybe be shocked for when I get ready to hit him with the hammer?
Which would be the following turn.
Yeah.
Because it's an action to zap.
Okay, so
If that makes
now
sense. Because it's like duck, zap, or whatever. in
I'll
terms
do
of
shocking grasp.
Shocking grasp instead of smacking him.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll appropriately.
Don't do it inappropriately.
Sliker, you're just sprinting.
Yes.
Okay.
Get my great axe out.
Same.
Okay, Faye, you're sprinting.
Yep.
Tell us, what are you doing? All of
That's
you.
the second one. I'm gonna encircle. Attempt to. I'm gonna get closer.
Okay, just basic movement.
Yep. Like a net.
Basically, you just kind of made a wall of toes.
So I roll
Because they can
charisma.
all only move 30 at the same time. And then do you cast anything?
I don't know. What are you doing?
And then Zion, what are you up
I'm not
to?
gonna cast it.
Spiat. It's going for a kill.
Spiart's going to smack him.
Alright.
Google.
I'm still out there ready.
Okay.
So you roll
Technically, it's for the
this.
next action, but I'll get it.
Oh,
Be
okay.
a nice one.
Yeah, you add your attack.
That way you know for mechanics. Are you moving any
Take
closer
five.
or no?
No, I'm gonna stay in my same spot.
Wait, no. You don't roll. He rolls.
So,
What am I rolling against? Because it's a save?
Wait, hold on.
You have to be spell
So
safe
for
DC.
shocking grasp, what do I need? Shocking grasp, what do I need to roll?
It would be the damage, but what's the spell save DC that I have to beat 14? Okay.
I got 17.
Cool. For wait, what?
Damage. No, that's not damage.
You don't need a roll to hit when it's a save.
Yeah.
Because it's just a
Anytime-
flat number.
Anytime you cast a spell, he rolls, and he has to beat this number.
Depending on the spell.
Shocking grasp.
In the case of Shocking Grasp, it's a save. So what it is I have to beat the effect of the spell. I have to physically be able to repel it or dodge it. While in the case of like a spell attack, so for instance with your Scorching Ray, I think it was, where you shot 3 bolts of fire, those ones you had to hit me with. In the case of Shocking Grasp, there's not a to hit, there's a you're close enough. I just have to see if I resist the effect of the spell or not. So, that said, if I fail, I take full damage. Cool. I crit fail. So, whatever damage is, I'm going to say double it.
So
So what's Scorching Ray? What do you
No,
do for
like in
damage?
first time.
for
Shocking Grasp.
Oh.
That's fine. In the meantime, Zion, are you shooting? Because he's definitely attacking.
Can I hit it just so I don't hit Spiat?
Yeah, it's magic missile. It always hits what you want it to.
I'm going
Because
for
it's
the
magic
head.
missile.
Going straight for the head.
Okay. For the head. Roll damage.
Yes.
lightning damage and it
Alright.
2 chronicles. Then you add your charisma to
Alright. Zion, what's your damage?
this. Is he doubling
I-
charisma?
What?
Doubling charisma or just
Doubling
doubling
the
die roll?
Whatever your total damage is, times 2.
so that's
Because that's how Jordan works.
Plus your charisma.
12 damage total.
12 damage? Okay.
so then I do roll threes and then my
Wait.
okay.
Yeah, it's plus 6. He adds attack bonus, right?
So would I add my mod bonus and attack bonus?
No.
No.
It's
Just
charisma and proficiency or
Just attack bonus? What's your word? Go for it.
Pull up the spell.
It's 1d8,
1d8.
and then what does he add?
I think Shocking Grasp is a cantrip, right? Or no?
Instantaneous.
Cantrip, yep, evocation.
Yeah, so you wouldn't add anything. Because you can cast it however many times you'd like. So,
So,
you're not level 5, you deal 1d8. So roll 1d8, no
Okay.
mods.
and then mods?
No mods.
No mods, so then
No
attack
mods.
bonus.
It's a cantrip, so it's really lame.
Mm.
So attack bonus?
No
No mods.
Roll
0
4,
mods.
you
You
double
roll
it
a
because you
d8, and that's what you get because it's a cantrip. So it's
So you
really
better
So
roll.
Double
Four?
is 8.
Okay. Cool.
Wait, what? Where do I get a double?
'Cause
You
he
get a
crit.
double because
Oh.
I crit failed. So I'm giving you double damage because he sucked really bad.
Okay.
Probably because he has a metal head. Probably. That's a good reasoning for it.
I also have an advantage on attacking roll if targets are wearing armor made of metal.
Okay. So you get advantage for your next attack. Okay. Tuz, what are you doing? Continuing this way out.
I hate everything. Yeah, I'm going to tighten my body net around him. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
Fake.
I am going.
Also, Tuz, you have another action if you want.
Okay.
Where am I now? So I sprinted up.
You're next to Slaker. The two of you could get within melee if you wanted.
Okay, I will go closer to one of the mirror image toes for right now because I want to see what happens with it.
Okay. Slaker, what do you do?
Is
Melee?
flanking advantage for everyone?
Flanking for the two people in melee. That's how I treat it.
Can I get to melee and attack, or just get to melee?
Okay, a melee attack.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I'd use my dash.
Oh, I see. No, you can get into melee to attack.
Yes, I'm gonna go into a rage.
Okay.
That's my last rage of the day.
Okay. Wait,
No,
so-
it's a new day.
Yep.
Ah! Okay, I'm gonna go into a rage and a reckless attack,
Okay. Okay.
and I'm going to great axe.
Okay.
There he goes.
22.
22 to hit.
Yeah.
That'll hit. Damage.
12.
And this is with your axe.
Yeah.
Your big axe.
And I get to add +2, and I have resistance.
Okay.
17.
17. Okay.
There he
Alright, I
goes.
will use an action.
Yes.
Nice and happy
What are you doing?
now.
Bless, Spiard, face like you're gonna die, so bless over too.
Okay. So you give
so I
them a
guess I'll use-
d4 on their next roll.
Yeah, I guess that's the second level casting, so I'm adding 4 people instead of 3.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Papa bless.
Yeah.
What does that do for
Y'all
us?
are blessed. You
Get
get a
a-
d4 on a roll that you want to make.
Oh.
I think except for death saves. Is that pretty much it?
I don't know
Ability
if it's
checks
specified,
to
I'm
hit.
sure it counts.
Roll a
On any
d4,
roll?
add the number to an attack roll or saving throw.
Okay.
So, not ability checks. I like. Okay, cool.
And not damage.
Let's see how he feels. It's going for you. Because you dealt the most damage. What's your AC?
14.
14? You take 22 damage as you get a solid gut punch and you go flying a little bit.
So he's not stunned?
Does it say stun?
That's what
Or
she-
does it say it stuns him, giving you advantage?
Is it instantaneous? That is springs from your hand. Dragon shock creatures you try to touch and make damage.
It shouldn't stun.
It can't take reactions until the start of its
Reactions. That's not a reaction. That's fine. Okay. Yeah. So, basically, you go flying to one of the multiple toes,
Ow.
and then it's your guys' turns.
Hit him with the hammer.
Okay. Roll the hit,
Remember,
and then you get the advantage because of shocking grasp, right?
Say what?
You
Yeah,
get
'cause of the
advantage because
bless.
of shocking grasp, right? Okay. So go ahead and roll it.
Double bless.
Okay, for the hammer, do I get any attack?
It's a melee to hit. Monica, can you help with that? Zion, what are you doing?
Magic missile.
What do you do?
Shoot it. Roll it.
Hit him with the hammer.
And do I get
So
a
roll
now
a
plus
d20.
4 for damage or?
Your +4 is to hit, so no. The
Yeah.
the 1d4 from Bless is
14.
not
+5,
applicable
right?
to magic
Is that your
missile
strength?
because it's just straight damage.
You're not proficient with hammers. Okay. So go up to your strength. You just add 3 to whatever you roll.
So
Is he proficient in
17.
simple weapons?
I'm in
Daggers,
daggers, darts, slings, stabs.
Nope. Okay.
Staves. Like
Cool.
So you just add a 3 to that.
Stabbings.
17.
That's what you rolled.
9
to
damage?
hit. If it was any of those on the proficiency, then you would add his proficiency bonus. Does that make sense?
Then see what the number is, and then roll add it.
Yeah, if you need to, you can add that extra 4. What number did you just say?
I got 17
To hit or
to hit.
to hit does not.
Can I do a +4 now?
Yes. So this is where Bless would come in. I think technically it's before I announce the thing, but
Oh.
I don't care. I'm not one of those DMs at all.
2.
2?
Yeah.
19?
Yeah.
That'll hit.
Ha! So now
Yeah.
you
Bless
take.
did it, did it. Alright, roll
Would a
damage.
hammer be D4?
This hammer would be a d4.
Take a D4.
It's a small hammer.
Then you get to add your strength to that.
I smash him with a hammer.
7.
7?
No.
Oh, plus strength. That's better. I'm like, what?
How did you?
Okay, that makes sense. Alright, you smack him in the face with a hammer. It hurts a little bit. Alright, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I took
Slaker,
my
you
action.
can.
Literally.
Take another action?
It's a new round. I punched you, and then it's your
Oh,
guys'
that's
turn.
right.
Yep.
Oh, I'm going down. Okay, I'm still in a rage. Oh, I didn't have that damage.
Nope, that's on you.
It's 22, so that's 11.
This would be bludgeoning, so yeah.
26 minus 11 is 15.
Like
Yeah, it's not magical. I had an internal debate for a second. It's not magical.
15 hit points left is a lot better than 4.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use a frenzy so I can get 2 attacks.
Okay.
I'm also, I don't think I have, yeah, I'm still in reckless attack.
Okay.
There's no limits on that.
I guess I technically might have crit in on you. No, I didn't.
Huh?
What? Because you reckless.
Oh, you didn't crit?
I didn't crit, but it doesn't change anything.
For 1 minute, okay, so I have 12 rounds for rage? Anyway,
10.
10. I have reckless
Each round is
attack
6 seconds.
and a frenzy, so
Okay.
I'm gonna attack twice with advantage both times.
Yep, go. Toes and Faye, what are you
Nat
guys
20.
doing? Nice. So there's 1.
Nat 20.
Alright, 2 nat 20s, roll damage.
And double with mods or without mods?
Whatever your number is, calculate it. That whole total, double. Because that's how Jordan rolls, because it's cooler.
I want to stab him in the foot with my dagger.
Okay?
Just stab him in the foot.
You get advantage because there's 2 other people in melee.
Well, hell, yeah.
Oh no.
Let's see if I can get a nat 20. Nope, so yeah, we're going with the first one.
Toes, what are you doing? Is blessed concentration?
It is.
Okay, so,
Village call with a
That's a lot of
hammer.
numbers.
Tiny one.
2 plus bless. Well, that's a 23.
Hits,
Me
damage.
going up to
Hell
those guys.
yeah.
42.
Take it down.
42 damage.
So that'll be 4 damage.
42, another 4 damage.
Hell yeah, onto his foot.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, that's literally what I did. Just so he'll like hop around a little bit, just not be able to step as easily.
I guess I'll use Guiding Bolt,
Okay.
which is just
Oh my God, I
a
should
standard
use
range
Vision
spell
Blocker.
attack.
Okay.
Add
your mod.
No, it's an at 20.
Double your damage.
Okay.
I'm
All the
We're
rolls
finally
coming clutch
getting
right
the
at the end of
girls.
this.
Well,
I feel like this is like the moment that we like defeat the enemy, and it's like that last round where everybody's just
And
coming
then
together.
Grayson shows up.
Yeah, Grayson
That's
shows
what I
up.
really want. That's literally like timing wise what I hope happens.
So 30. altogether.
Oh, God.
30
Yeah,
damage.
just four d6s. I got like 2 4s, a 1, and a 6.
2 4s, a 1, and a 6, which is. Yeah, double.
Are you even
Nice.
fighting?
Hell yeah.
30 damage.
What?
Are you fighting
He
with
hasn't
us?
been
He's
in.
been he's been
Okay.
dealing out some magic missiles. He's
Okay.
literally just shooting hoops in the back.
You're so quiet, I don't hear you speak.
I'm support.
Same, that's why I stabbed him with the foot.
Okay.
There you go.
Cool. It's not needed. Iron Face, after getting pummeled by the lot of you, you kind of like chop into the side. You smack him in the face with a hammer. You stab him in the foot. Magic missile keeps hitting him in the head, and then
It's like
you,
Goliath.
all of the lot of you are standing at a distance, and then one of the 4 toes just goes,
Iron Man.
and it flies straight into his face. And after he gets hit with it, he just goes and falls down to a knee. And then you see, like,
Can I just give him a chop so I can claim the last strike?
wait, you see, like, almost red in his eyes start to dissipate a little bit. And he's, like, confused as to why he's here.
Aw.
Has it
Can I
been
decapitate him?
No.
I mean, you can try.
Yeah.
It's an anvil face.
A what?
It's an anvil.
What is that?
Metal.
It's a giant metal.
It's like Looney Tunes.
It's what they use to like.
Coyote, they drop it
Yeah.
on him all the time.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna try and decapitate him with reckless attack.
Oh my
But
god.
you make axes on
This is an apple.
It's okay, I rolled a 9 and a 1, don't worry about it.
Yeah. This.
I
Yeah.
was hoping for a nat 20 again.
Gotcha.
I think we've used up all our nat 20s
For like a year.
I'm
Right.
keeping this apple.
They were good nat 20s.
They were pretty good nat 20s, hell yeah.
Anyway,
You should
so
keep them 'cause you're not proficient.
Iron Face falls to one knee and looks very confused and makes like very muffled noises.
Should we put the hammer in the thing
I
now?
think so.
I think it's time.
Yeah, let's put the hammer in the thing.
Consent.
Okay.
Consent.
You put the hammer. You put the hammer down.
I put the hammer down.
What am I?
Overwatch?
No. You want me to put the hammer down?
Hammer down.
And then
Thor.
does it? It is Thor, but what?
Avengers.
Yep. You want me to put the hammer? And then he.
Right on.
Yeah. Okay. Where's?
Captain
Captain Ryan.
This is what my dice do. When it matters to me, they don't move. When it matters to me, they move.
Well, look at who's here.
Oh.
So.
That is what happens.
Yep.
My boy.
We're OG.
Perfect
Hey,
timing.
what's going on?
What's up, Charlie?
Well,
You're
we just
unconscious
beat the
in a
level.
boat, and you suddenly gasp
Oh,
for
cool.
air.
Okay, at least I'm not dead.
Anyway, so you Yon, for context, you're surrounded by an unconscious Desmond, Twiggy,
Oh boy.
an unconscious Desmond, Twiggy, and Orifel, who I don't know if you remember, the elf.
Yeah.
And then there's Dorothy next to you. All of you are in a boat. You feel a little bit bloated, like you ate too much recently.
Okay.
You're not sure as to why.
Find out.
Yeah, you kind of like need a burp almost always. It's
Okay.
very weird. That said, roll perception.
Okay. I got a 20. Y'all got a 20.
Really?
That works, yes.
Well,
Dude,
it's
we
that
just-
one, so.
We just crit 4 times in this battle. I just want you to know that.
Nice. 6.
I'm going with that one.
Then that one that was like this.
That landed on my leg.
6, is that with mods?
You said, you said roll perception?
Yes.
Okay, that is 11.
11?
Yeah.
Okay. You wake up to like some really loud clattering and noise, and then suddenly you just hear this very loud metallic like echo off into the distance a little bit. that said, you look up in the direction, and it looks like you're on the edge of the beach, and all of your friends are, well, all of you and then 4 toes, there's 4 of him now, apparently, are surrounding Ironface, who is taking a knee in the middle of all of them.
Hell yeah. This is very much like Infinity, like Endgame almost, but like not as good. But a lot cooler.
I just hit him with a really tiny hammer.
Because like the other,
Really
when it was stabbed,
Yeah,
it was like,
literally, like
literally. I stabbed him in the foot with
like
a
a
dagger.
forging
Nice.
hammer, just a little tink kind of hammer.
Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was
That's sick.
yeah.
So you put the hammer into the anvil.
Yes.
Hell yeah, it is.
Oh.
You put the hammer in, and you see Ironface kind of adjust it for a second, and you hear a very faint voice as she responds.
Oh shit.
And she looks at the lot of you and says, "Where am I? Who are you? What am I doing here?"
Oh shit.
I know as little as you. Toes, why are there 4 of you?
Jan, you don't hear that.
Yeah,
No.
you're all the way on the boat, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
he's on
You're back here,
Oh, I see. Okay.
and then everybody else is
Oh.
over there.
Who's?
Really?
I'm just gonna point at Toes, like a point between Toes and the
So-
girl. Like, who's that?
Turn
You're telling me you don't know how you got here?
around.
Well, I don't know how I got here. I remember before I was going to pick up one of the crate shipments that I was promised.
What year is it for you?
What?
What year is it?
What year is it?
Do you know what year it is?
Yes.
Alright, what year is it? Says the DM. Where's your notes and
Can
tell
I
me what
roll
year
knowledge?
Roll down.
My character would know. I would
I would want
know.
all the three.
We don't discuss the years.
You never know.
Well, yeah, because we don't have a need to know. But now we have a woman who we don't know how old she is.
Is she
And
strong
now,
as older?
suddenly, you need to know. Funny how that works. Roll knowledge.
Yay.
Not one.
No, but almost. Give me 1 second to find my
What's a cannoli?
Get
It
him.
wasn't a very
Give
good
it to him.
knowledge. Oh my god. Ooh, yes, that's a
you do
that's
to
a
yourself?
5.
Oh
5?
yes. Oh my god.
Playgroundies.
All right.
This is a 5.
We need to start speaking.
You don't know what like the more recent dating calendar is, but you're pretty sure it's like
And you really-
in the 40,000s.
Oh, that's great.
Which age?
But I mean, I can still ask her what
Jared
year it
Buckle
is,
is
even
what
if
it
I
is.
don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'm just
Yeah,
asking
mine.
for clarification.
She responds
It's just like one
with
small part from that.
3019,
So
the newborn, not the
Oh,
disparate
right.
number.
Oh, shit.
Or Remaba.
So it's been a little bit.
NB, not DR.
How did you get onto this island?
Essentially, how I got here was there was it's hard to remember, but maybe 20 or 30 years ago, something like that, there was a large fire that left me really disfigured, and following that, the person in charge of Feanor, he had this commission for me so that it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt the burns wouldn't hurt anymore, but it makes it harder to talk to people without. She pulls out the hammer, puts it back in, and I'm not supposed to get it wet, otherwise it could stop working. So at some point I was sailing and it got wet, so I pulled up to the closest place I could, and then I waited for days until it would no longer be wet, but there was food here, so I've just
So
been living here. But I can't take
so
the.
You're aware of everything then. Like, why'd you attack us? You're not aware?
No. I attacked you? You see her like
Oh no, it's
clutch,
okay.
clutch her hands like
I start patting her head. It's like, it's okay.
I didn't hurt you, Lola.
No, we're totally
we're
fine. Like,
way-
I turned my bruised arms away. Like, no, it's fine.
We are way stronger than you are.
Okay,
That's
Slaker.
right, you
Slaker,
annihilated.
Slaker. No, it's not the time.
We annihilated you.
Can you do something about her?
Well, I'm glad I did.
Sorry.
I'm going back to Hinata.
I'm glad that I didn't hurt
Useless.
you. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't hurt you because
No, you're fine. Like pulling at my sleeves a little
We're
bit.
just walk back to Hinata.
Okay, Hanada's in the boat, just like peeking over, seeing what's going on. Dorothy is over there, glasses on, just furiously scribbling everything down on her notepad. Yeah, no, I didn't know that I attacked you. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You didn't do any damage. You didn't knock us out or anything like that. No. So can we see her face or is it just her talking?
It's like you can see a nose and some eyebrows. I can pull that out.
Okay.
Aware that she has
An iron face. Yeah. No,
Okay.
she's aware. So,
Oh my god.
there you go. That's what she looks like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Except really buff.
Yeah. No, she's very buff. She's
Okay.
very, very large.
Okay.
Well, why did she help out?
Can I see?
Oh.
Sorry. Oh, that's
Cheese
awkward.
balls.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's
I'm
a
like-
man.
Looks like a man.
Okay.
So yeah, she's.
So you've been on here for 20 to 30 years then on that island because you shipwrecked? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, do you want to get off the island? We have a ship.
This is the first boat I've seen in a very long time.
I doubt it.
I doubt that.
I mean, if you want to roll insights, you can.
No, I'm kidding. We're just big little shits.
This is the first boat I've seen in a long time, but I wouldn't mind. I just need to make sure the hammer doesn't get wet
Yeah, no,
because I want to be able to talk to people. It's very, very special.
Oh, you're okay. Yeah, we could get you off the boat, get you off the island, get your anvil looked at, see if you're healing up okay. If you're good with that.
My hands.
Yeah, she's
Nervously.
She's nervous.
You can have a child too. Do you want a child?
Oh god.
This is a
Like-
great child.
Let's not do this.
This child
I
makes
wouldn't
such
have
a
it in your
difference.
child.
I can't provide for myself. I couldn't provide for her.
That's not what it means. Just ignore her.
Gary's fond in me.
Slaker gets around.
Yeah, but then I eat them all.
I mean, what else are you supposed to do with them?
Right. You can't just raise them.
You eat your children?
You know,
She's a
it
slut.
wasn't a choice. You know, it's fine.
You just told me you don't kill children, and then all of a sudden you're eating children?
When did I tell you I don't kill children?
Yeah, it never said that. It never said that. Slaker never said that.
Plus, I don't have children. I have spawn spring.
Yeah. That she put inside you. Because kinky.
What is kinky?
Fun times. Sorry.
No worries, you should hear the other definitions I've been telling you.
You know, you're better than BB, so. It's
John, what are you doing in the boat?
So I can't hear what they're doing, but I can
No.
see them.
You can see them talking with one another. You see Spiart the Dragonborn approaching the boat, and Hanada's like at the edge of it, kind of like watching what's going on. And you can hear Kanata be like, "What's happening?"
Well, bud, turns out that hammer allows that old Iron Face to talk, but it turns out old Iron Face is actually a woman.
So, Miss Ironface?
Miss Iron
Lady
Face.
Iron Face.
Lady, yeah, I like that one better.
I mean, it was from like 20 or 30 years ago. She's probably still old, right?
She hasn't really.
Why
aged
do I
yet.
gotta be mean to that?
But she doesn't remember.
I'm kidding, I'm not.
It's just
doing it.
perspective of a small child.
She seems
I'm not even
to
anywhere
30
near
years
there, you
old
can't
at
see me.
10? Oh my god, that's a lifetime away.
She seems to be suffering from some type of amnesia from some sort of, I'm guessing, some magic or something to do with that hammer.
Okay, someone's got to tell me what he just said.
What?
What did that mean?
Are you talking about?
What is suffering? What is amnesia?
You're not
even with
You're
me.
not there.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not there.
Spirit went to the boat.
Darn it!
Spirit went to the boat.
So, we, after defeating.
the dragon
Yes.
that died.
Didn't die, but was unconscious.
The one
So
that,
weird. It's
not the
fatal damage.
dragonborn from Moonlit Top. Okay, not the one
No.
that we can see. Okay.
No, different color.
Okay.
That one was literally ripped in half.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You and-
I
yeah, the
didn't
two of
think
you are responsible
Yeah, I didn't
on
think
that
he was
run.
coming back from that.
No.
one. Okay.
No, different Dragonborn.
Okay,
Because there
still
can be
square.
more than one. You
Oh, I know.
racist.
And you didn't bring me his fresh meat?
It's not the same one.
I
I would not say I
Well,
was
one of them was gold and the other one
particularly
was
conscious
obsidian.
of this.
Because I don't want to say black.
But-
that makes it weirder.
You're a good man.
Who are you?
I'm Jan. Who are you and where have I been?
Well, I helped carry you back to the boat.
Ah, very good. Well met. Well
And
It's valid.
Where do you hail from, Spiart?
I mean, if you want to just say Galadnik, because that's where you've been more recently, there you go.
that works. I can't pronounce that right now.
Backstory to be determined, but
Okay.
Galadnik. More recently, Galadnik. There you go.
Why do I feel as my innards are about to explode?
Your innards are back. I'm not there. Darn it!
Well, I
I
can't.
know you'd love to join in on that one.
Can't explain why you feel that way, but in 2 weeks I'm going to be having her spawn.
You hear that?
It!
She's bonding.
Lovely.
I didn't
But not
actually, but
actually.
he thinks I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He dared
We're
me
not
to.
really you know, disputing it, so.
Well, it's because no one's bothered to try to dispute it.
Yeah, we don't really
Toast
care
was
that
the
much.
closest, and he's still like 50-50 because he's not sure.
We just think it's pretty funny.
Also, he dared me to, so it's really his own fault.
So Iron Face was just kind of sitting there like, so, do you want me to come along?
That'd be good.
How about we put a bag over Lady Ironhead's head, and that way the hammer won't get wet.
But she won't be able to breathe.
Oh,
Do you need
darn.
autism? Wait, I'm not there.
I feel like that was sarcasm, Slaker.
What is sarcasm?
Wow, I have no idea. How do you not know what sarcasm
But
is?
seriously, what is sarcasm?
Here's the definition time.
Hey, it's definition time. Welcome to the game.
Sarcasm is being very polite in a very asshole-ish way.
everybody.
What is asshole?
I can't hear this conversation.
This is basically
I mean, if we put a bag
I'm not
over
as funny as
the,
Phoebe, okay?
if we put a bag over the hammer and one of you guys make sure to keep it from getting wet, it would be
But
It
you
would
would
work.
suffocate.
over the hammer, not my head.
I mean,
Plus, if you put it like on my head,
One of the
it
women
would only stop it
volunteered
from
to
if
use
it
your
rains.
service. Volunteer your top.
Aren't you a woman too?
now listen here, you'll disgusting perverted priest. God.
You
Are all
royal
churches like that?
majesty toes lady, aren't you a woman also?
Only when I want to be.
Sometimes.
That's Rachel.
Alright, so
Also, you can't offer my clothes because they're already. No, keep your shirt on.
Rachel, take off your shirt.
Fine. It's tattered anyway. Nice and all look at my pristine red body.
What's your strength?
Yeah. Roll or just
Yeah, what's your strength?
What does that mean?
I don't even know
Which
anymore. He told me to strip because he's some perverted ass priest. I didn't know all churches were like that. But
Toes is a touch above average. Just a touch. Not more than that.
I'm gonna use minor illusion for some sweet abs.
You don't need to. So, I mean,
So
he's a
he
touch.
has sweet abs, they're just
I don't need.
He's a touch average, so it's not like a 6-pack.
But like it's
wait,
his toe.
wait, no, it is a 6. Now it's a 6-pack. Oh, that's
Can
so
I just
weird.
slap him right on the stomach?
It slaps back.
What? Can I give a potion again?
Look at how ripped I am, guys.
Just gonna
Well,
slap you upside the head
flaps.
again.
See if it cures his bloating. No.
Oh,
What?
he doesn't know.
What?
I don't know how to know.
He doesn't know. That's so weird.
Girls have a
Technically,
mind
Now
of
he
their
feels
own.
good.
Have you been spawned too?
I sure hope not.
What?
Not without
The real
consent.
me.
So we have a consent definition now.
Oh.
It goes as follows.
Need more water.
Getting approval to allow yourself to get onto someone else.
Try this definition.
And programmed is, oh shit, assigning a permanent task to a slave, brainwash.
Program is oh shit.
It was all Nick's
Anyways,
fault.
so the woman before you is just kind of like, so are we? Do you guys have a bag? Are we?
Yeah, let me just strip a
Yeah,
little.
put the shirt on your head.
I like that. They're very fucking confused.
Oh yeah, you're all swatting from a distance.
Yeah.
You just watch me like try like, woo, alright, let's go.
Do you know what's going on?
He takes off his
They're
Slightest
going.
idea.
The hammer that lets me talk and it can't get wet, so they're making sure it doesn't get wet, and I might be able to go with you on your boat back to the shore.
So I offered my shirt because Faye's sweaty.
No, because you're a pervert.
No.
You're a
Not
pervert.
true.
I mean, I have an undershirt on, but you don't need to know that.
You got pit stains.
You
You
wanna
were fighting
fight-
too hard. I didn't fight hard at all. I'm not sweating.
Iron Face is just kind of like nervously, but like really eager to like walk.
Yeah, guys, let's
Alright, Iron Face, get on the boat. Don't sink
Don't
it.
call her.
But we
What?
still
Don't
need to-
call her Iron Face.
Lady Iron
Lady
Face.
Can they hear me by now?
Face.
Can they hear me by now?
Yeah, they're approaching.
So what are we gonna do about this boat still shipping to the island?
We'll figure it
I
out.
don't care.
I mean, I really don't care
Sad
either, but like,
for
we
you.
should figure it out for Dorothy's sake. So,
Dorothy is like sitting right now, like, yeah, we should.
shut up, Dorothy.
Dorothy, use some intuition. Figure it out
Honestly,
yourself.
I
For the glasses.
Yeah, give me
Thank
a new
you.
shirt.
honestly, it doesn't make sense why there would still be a supply line going.
Unless
to
they knew that Iron Face was there. Maybe it's the people who were doing it on purpose.
Maybe, but
That made no sense. I'm so sorry.
Dorothy gets it. Dorothy
At
gets
least
it.
Dorothy gets
Dorothy's
it.
like, yeah.
Sorry,
yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
half awake right now.
If there's a supply line that's going to the island, that the fact that it would still be supplying while she's there is strange, to say the least. It could just be an oversight, but it could be someone was trying to make sure Iron Face was staying there.
Maybe. Maybe they're trying to cover something up.
What about that dead church?
Oh, yeah.
I think there's something with those ghosts.
Ghosts?
So
What are
go see her.
ghosts?
Evil spirits.
They're spirits of the dead.
Oh, that's not too scary.
Dorothy, did you notice how ripped I am?
I say you're
I'm gonna
just
slap
above
him like
average.
open palmed right on the stomach again.
What?
Dorothy
are
goes
you?
like this, and a purple arm flies out of him and high fives it.
Was
I
that
have the
a
strength
ghost?
of two men, clearly.
Yeah, mostly. That's a weird ghost.
Wait, so this church has dead things in it?
Undead.
So what are ghosts?
Undead.
An type of undead.
So would the church benefit from ghosts?
Maybe.
So would the church be supplying things?
No.
Why?
Because they benefit from ghost stuff.
Yeah, but the ghost
The
wouldn't
ghosts
get
are
anything
trapped.
out of the
Confused.
supply. Yeah. If there were ghosts here, they would have been from the war, and that would have been hundreds of years ago.
Yeah, but you keep the thing alive that keeps killing the things that make ghosts.
But the ghosts don't need to be kept alive. 'Cause
No,
they're
no, no,
already
no, no.
dead.
You keep Lady Ironface alive, who keeps killing things that make ghosts.
But they're all the ghosts aren't from Ironface. They're from the war.
No, of course it's not Ironface's ghost, but Ironface is killing things, and
No,
those things are turning into
Ironface
ghosts.
didn't kill things to
Iron
make them
Face
ghosts.
is alive.
The ghosts are from before Ironface was here. That's what doesn't make any sense. Because if there's a supply line that's going here from back then, that's what we don't know.
So is something still alive here?
Well, it was Ironface. Ironface is still alive, but if Ironface is leaving with us, then I don't know what the supply line would
I
be
hate
for
that
if not for Ironface.
Did we get that
See,
gold
most
dude,
people
by the
know I have
way?
short
Or
hair.
are you just gonna let him do that for
And all of a
eternity?
sudden I have long hair.
Well, if
I don't know if him being prostituted as a slave
We could
means
try
don't
to
care
figure
about
that
it.
out.
Wow.
I mean,
Touche.
Touche.
My hair goes to like right here.
So
Probably
someone
it's
wants
like
to trap Lady Ironface
No.
here.
maybe it could be something like that, or it could just be a coincidence that the supply line is giving
No, don't do
food
that
to
with my hair.
Ironface, but
It's connected by clips.
that seems too coincidental. Like
I was
it
gonna say
seems
coincidentally, but that works too.
yeah, coincidental.
Slightly.
Coincidenties.
Almost. Mine's a little bit darker.
I don't know what the dentist slogan is.
I don't know what this is either.
Wake up in the parking lot. That's Applebee's. Anyway,
I'll go in without water.
so yeah, we'll have to discuss more, and then I've written down a lot of stuff, and then we can try to talk to Ironface more. Looking at her, it looks like the hammer isn't the only thing that was enchanted. Like the anvil also looks like it's got a couple of different things, to say the least. It's very complicated. It gives a weird aura.
We should take her to that priest guy who keeps screwing things up for us, like killing our friends and things.
Okay.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Yes.
What priest guy?
Oh, what's his name? Scribble. Flip. Not Ugorlin.
Nope, it's a wizard.
Ray? No.
Oh yeah, that guy. I was thinking of going.
Yeah, that's the wizard.
Pastor Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy! That fucker.
I don't know any pastors named Rudy that are near here.
No, not near here. He just kind of sent us here. I'm not really sure. It's all confusing. My life is weird.
Okay.
Life is strange, isn't it? Anyway,
Well, we could always return Hanada back to the house.
I mean, there's a priest in town if we wanted to speak to the
It
one at
doesn't
the
fix very well
bone church,
because
but
my hair's sort of like thick.
Is that the dead church?
undead, yeah.
No, they are conspiring against Lady Ironface.
I think there's more to it. If not the bone church, then who? I think that would be the question.
Pastor Rudy.
I
He's old and trustable, also kind of decrepit.
flip. At Garensville?
Yes.
That's really far away. That's like a couple months away.
No, we got here in like 2 blinks.
Did you
That was-
teleport?
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
What is this teleporting thing? Is that how you get from one place to another without knowing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be through magic. That's
We could take him to the magic guy instead of Rudy. We could take him to the wizard's one, the sheep guy.
Slager just had a plot revelation.
This whole campaign is the Twilight Zone.
Slager just had a plot revelation.
I feel what you're saying. I wouldn't. The wizard that sent you to Gore?
Yeah.
I think he's pretty close to Garenswell. It would still be a couple months away unless he comes here.
I mean, we could figure out how to call him.
Call him. We can send a raven.
Yeah, we could do that.
Alright, that's still at least a month.
Oh, that's fine. We could,
Spirit doesn't have that time.
We still have to.
Can't remember.
True.
Welcome to medieval travel and communications. It
Ah.
sucks.
We still have to, just probably just wait for this boat because it seems to have, from our information, a feathered golem on it.
Okay. Well then, let's wait for the boat then. We could take in
Well,
here
let's take everybody back. I think you guys look roughed up.
You know,
Don't
I'm
talk
fine
about
I'm
it.
staying.
getting a
Dorothy.
few, so I don't care if I
very
stay.
sweaty.
I'm fine staying. I like staying. I don't like. You're too.
You're the one who suggested I take
Woo.
my top off first.
Woo.
She
Woo.
needs meat.
Because she really does
No.
need some meat.
You're. They're across the. I like the island. The island isn't so like. You know?
She likes the chaos.
No.
The
It's not.
The nature.
Yeah.
I like the nature.
There's no
The
plants
sand,
here.
the no pigs. Yeah, it's all
Big
trash.
There's
like
hogs
hot
though.
church.
That's all I do.
There's no hogs
Hey,
on this
Dor-
island.
no, no.
There are no hogs on this island!
Dorothy!
I'm
Move him up! Move him up!
I'm gonna put
Let's
up my
go.
illusion
I
of
pull my claws
hogs.
out again.
I'm putting my illusion of hog noises in the distance.
You know that he's doing
Dorothy!
that, right?
Dorothy!
Oh, never mind.
Dorothy!
There aren't hogs on this island, but there are hogs closer to town.
I look at him and pull out my claws. Shink!
The hog noises get louder.
It's like
Oh my god.
there are more hogs on the mainland. I'm sure we can speak with the local farmer and get you
What
some.
about this thing you call
Or cows.
children?
No, not the
We
child.
have kids, which are children for ghosts.
No, she means like actual children.
No.
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 Oh yeah,
That,
we
just
told her
need a
no
kid.
to. Just keep her away from the nada.
Yeah, you need a
I need a kid.
like a ghost kid, not
I need a kid.
a child.
I don't think she cares which kind.
You can have a piglet, which is both a small child and a hog.
Boom. There you go.
So really, you need a piglet, which we might be able to speak about if we go back to mainland. The other thing is,
I'm dead in a few, so I'm just gonna stay on that.
She's like stare.
from what?
She spawned me.
She didn't spawn you. We lied.
Asked you earlier about this.
She lied.
A lot of notes.
You don't know that.
No, we know that.
No, you
We
don't know
don't.
that. You
We
didn't
don't.
roll for it.
barely understand.
Sorry.
But I'm
Yeah,
saying
you are very much not okay.
yeah, I'm staying on the island.
You are.
See how jokes are fun for everyone.
You will certainly die if you stay on the island.
Staying on the island. Because I'm dead anyways.
No.
You're going to be fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
There. I see nothing wrong with you.
Yet.
But it's growing inside me.
No, I
don't see it.
don't even see that.
Disgusting.
She gives a very particular aura.
Yeah, she was just messing with you, dude. She does it to everyone.
You have a weird scent.
You have a quarters. I'm saying you have a room for you right now. Skedaddle. Got some
In
penance
town?
to say. No, in the boat.
No,
Alright,
everybody
you.
can fit in the boat. We can
I know, I
we
wanna
can bring
sleep
everybody
right now.
back.
I need to
Bro.
go say penance.
Don't.
Right?
Yeah, being a little pervert.
No.
All right, so
No, I can't
we're-
say it because I'm saying
So we're
penance.
going for penance, ghosts. In the case of you, in the interest of not dying, in the interest of piglets. Back to the town.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright.
It's like your hops on the boat and kind of does like. all
Nice
the
sound
all the
effect.
unconscious bodies kind of go
Can I
onto
push
their
her off the
face.
boat?
That would be very hard.
Get in my canoe.
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna try it.
That is the D&D DM response. If you can't do something, you respond with, "You can certainly try."
I'm gonna try anyways. What are you roll?
Strength.
This sounds
25.
like parent lessons.
You need to beat a 25.
Do it again.
Gonna get an
I got
Oh, please don't.
17.
Nope. Psychic too. It's not improper to say massive because there is a lot of mass in that orc because it's a giant frog.
That booty though.
Get frustrated, smacking the head with my staff.
My staff.
You can certainly try. It's a polite way of saying
Don't you
shouldn't.
fucking dare.
Also true.
12.
Does not hit.
Nowhere even near.
Basically, you go to try to hit and then it like goes over your head.
No.
Okay. So back to town, shall we? And then she does the whole little hand thing to get the boat backing up and rolling. Iron Faced is very gingerly getting into the boat and sitting opposite of Slaker to kind of keep it balanced.
It's gonna splash water on you.
Huh?
So no one's gonna splash water on
As
you.
soon as he says that, I'm gonna rock the boat just a little bit.
Dude, don't scare her.
I need a shirt.
I need a shirt. It's the last line of the chapter.
I have a shirt.
Alright, there we go.
That's how we end this. I need a
Yeah.
shirt.
So we'll end it there, and then
Hopefully close since the last.
let me end the stream. Bye.